All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank y'all for being here. I have my friend back. We just can't get enough of him. Zaddy, welcome.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
Okay.
good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm glad we got rid of that echo problem that we
Yes,
had
girl, because it was killing me.
because that was killing me. But welcome everybody to the live. I see we have somebody that's in. If you say something in the comments, we can shout you out.
Let us know y'all in
Hey,
here. Shut alive, shut alive, shut alive, shut alive. Double
yes,
tap the
please.
screen.
Well, it is so good to have you here as always. You are always so busy.
I
Wow.
know.
What
Yes.
is it you don't do?
Sleep. And I don't have enough sex. But with the statistics, with the way that they are right now, girl, I read 9 out of 10 sexually active black men who have sex with men are HIV positive.
Oh, wow.
I just read that on the CDC today.
Wow.
9 out of 10. So if you're on a panel, everybody on the panel got it.
Oh, no. Are you serious?
9 out of 10 sexually active men who have sex with men, African American men who have sex with men are HIV positive.
Child, they better get some condoms and don't have so many.
The,
I mean,
the thing is, condoms out here. Um, you got PrEP. You have the HIV medication. They even got injections, but they ain't got to take their pills. And as long as they undetectable or whatever, it shouldn't be getting spread. But I guess once you got it, and you're part of that statistic that whether you can spread it or not,
but
nine
you know
out of
what?
ten of y'all got it if you're
Wow.
sexually active.
Wow. But they got to realize you got to use your condoms. You got to protect yourself. I
I'm
mean,
going I'm gonna be honest with you, Max. Ain't nobody in this day and age in the heterosexual, I mean, in the LGBT community
uh huh.
using no condoms, girl.
Oh, we have a guest. Is this one in a meal?
Yes, one in the meal, one in the meal.
Okay, let me bring him up.
Oh,
Hey,
one in the
one in the
meal.
meal.
Tune in on my interview. Y'all
Welcome.
bum in my interview.
Oh, you're muted. One in the meal. Take your mute off. We can't hear you.
One in the meal
Yeah.
actually. I don't know if I should say this because this is on a replay. Because I've been keeping this a secret, but one in the meal is actually my boss.
Your
I work for
boss.
his agency. I am one of his admins for the unconfined agency on Bigo. Um,
Okay.
and yes, that's probably why we're having this interview because I left Bigo, and in the beginning I didn't. Well, the last time we were here, I didn't tell y'all where we were going. I
Mm-hmm.
left. I was gone for a year, girl,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't believe it's been that long.
Wow.
Um,
Okay, we got somebody else. Star Goddess.
y'all photo bomb in my interview. Oh,
Hey, Star.
my box is too little now. I can't see myself. What do you want, Star? We're in the middle of my interview.
Guys, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I'm here.
We can hardly hear you, baby.
You guys said it said to come up here that you guys wanted me, but I do apologize.
Girl, we didn't want you. You tell your testimony on your interview.
Okay, I do apologize. Should I get down now?
Yes, because girl, I'm finna wake it up on everybody.
Okay, well, if it
Star.
is anything about me, I want to be able to comment.
You might be in the story, or I may put you in the number, but
Oh,
this is for everyone that's watching. This is King Zaddy Returns, Chapter 3, where we left off. I was leaving Bigo, going to an app that I didn't disclose at that time. I went to the Miko app, um, and whew, child.
A lot happened, huh?
The reason I left the Miko app, the reason I left the Bigo app, one, um, I had been working for an agency. It wasn't my agency that I was actually assigned to as a host. Um, one issue I had was with my agent not wanting to assist me with getting an agency.
Mm-hmm.
Um, two, I feel like I had worked hard enough for someone else's agency.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to spare no names around here while I'm giving my interview because when I speak the truth. Um, what was the name of her agency? Um, Break the Bank Agency on Bigo, Melly. Did a lot of work for Melly. A lot of the hosts that I know at the time when I left a year ago, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the hosts in her agency that were active were there because I assigned them there and I set them up to be hosts under that agency and set them up for the host audition. Um, right before I left, well, right before I was presented with the Miko situation, Melly came to me and said there was another opportunity on another app.
Mm-hmm.
At this time, I was focused on my elevation on Bigo
Mm-hmm.
as well as um, getting my agency.
Okay.
And so I really didn't want to go like learn another app, and I really didn't want to move to another app. But she convinced me to become a host under her agency, and she got me my own agency. Um, I was moving forward with setting up my agency and getting ready to start recruiting and adding people. And not even a week later, she came back and was like, "Oh, on Bigo, we got a letter from the higher ups, and they're saying that we are exclusive to Bigo, and if we're caught working on another app, we could lose our Bigo agency, our Bigo hosting gig,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not something that she wanted to risk."
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, "So, girl, what you think I should do?" Because I wasn't trying to come to another app, no way, and I really wanted to focus on the project at hand, me finishing helping you build your agency and getting me my own. Um, Now, mind you, she told me if I get you your agency
Mm-hmm.
on Uplive, we had some situations with different individuals. Like each individual I brought, it was a different situation as far as my pay for recruiting them. Some people, um, I was paid a percentage. Well, I was always given half of what she got as commission for the first 3 months on hosts that were hitting their tiers. Regardless of what their tier was, she was giving me half of what she made for 3 months. After that, they were hers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um, some people I started to bring, I knew had more star power than some other people I had recruited. And and she also propositioned me with, okay, if you can get me at least 20 to 30 people a month, all the people that you bring me indefinitely, I'll give you half of what I make, which was a great deal. Because
Okay.
after that, I brought people like Greedy. I brought people like Samari, who was an excellent lip syncer. Um, I brought Mother Gorgeous. I brought Sunshine. Pretty much, practically, my whole A-list all-star family that I had on Bigo. Most of those hosts were a part of her agency. Um, and the deal was that she got me the Up Live agency that, okay, the money that she was paying me for them would then cease and desist. So, yeah, I agreed to it. But when she came to me and was like, "Oh, Bigo, I don't want to get in trouble with Bigo, so my husband gonna run the agency, and you just talk to my husband about you hosting." Girl, I really wasn't even planning on coming over here hosting. I did you a favor to even sign up under you to being a host where I was on Bigo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but as far as this agency is concerned, I only put one person in, and he didn't do anything. And because I told him, I told him what she told me. I'm aboard the ship. I really don't like. I really didn't like Up Live. It was boring, um, and I didn't want to risk all of the hard work I had put in on Beagle. I was sitting at 6 mil in sins, a little bit under that. No, a little bit 6 mil in receipts and a little bit under that in sins. So um, I was doing pretty well. So I didn't want to risk that either. So I did nothing with Up Live.
Okay.
Um, Fast forward, time to get paid 1 month. She really wasn't on the app and working because she had some type of, I think, plastic surgery. She was in recovery. Um, just like she told me her husband would be running the Up Live. Her husband was also taking care of the business side of Bigo, along with me assisting the people that maybe needed help or had questions or whatever. I was the one that they was coming to because I'm the one that brought them to the agency. A lot of the times, I was doing a lot of the work as far as educating um, the host to the point where some people joined the agency with the impression that the agency was mine. Never told them that, but it was some drama that was going on one time with some individuals that joined the agency and joined my family, and there was some mess that went on, and they wanted to leave my family, and they wanted to leave the agency too. And I'm like, the agency not mine. You got to talk to Melly. So that's how much on the forefront I was with working with her. Some people were, even without me saying that it was my agency, were under the impression that it was my agency because I was the forefront of it as far as educating and getting your host audition, and I was the liaison. Um, even once they passed the audition, I passed her number on to them, and they communicated with her. A lot of people still felt like I was running things.
So basically, you were the one doing everything.
As far as like educating the people and getting the host auditions set up, the scheduling and all of that, yeah, that was me. Which I didn't mind doing because of the compensation I was getting for it, and never was compensated in cash. Was always compensated in gifts, so which that went towards my quota, and I always could depend on 6 or 7 dragons a month based off of the work that I have done over the months, and especially since I'm starting to my pay has started to become indefinite, like on all the people I got, where that it was continuing, it wasn't stopping in 3 months. So I was dependent on that to help me get my quota. Also, me competing in contests on the app as a host was part of my quota. Me trading was part of my quota. And at that time, I was trying to build my pure support because I really wasn't an individual that thrived off pure support. I came onto the app with a bag, learned what to do with the bag, and kept doing it with the bag. So I really didn't focus on gaining pure support. But at that time, also, the app was changing and hosts couldn't gift over a certain percentage. So I started to like have to figure out where I was going to make up for that difference with pure support. So I'm trying to learn this pure support game that people so proudly claim that they're part. I'm running off of pure support, pure support, pure. No, stop lying. If you're a host and another host is gifting you, that's not pure support. And don't you insult that other host by feeling like that's pure support. If they get you to their quota, get them to theirs too. Mutual support. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to throw back at least a conversion to them. So all of that was going on. This changed, and then it was time for me to be paid 1 month. I did a live house. She told me to contact her. Well, I called her. Her husband answered the phone, said he was going to come to give me what I was supposed to be compensated for the month. He did the math already. So I get in the live house, and he throw one Gala Dragon, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be lit because I know we finna go about 6 of them. I'm performing, performing. I'm just know they coming. Also, that same live house, more dragons were supposed to come, like individuals who I'll name later, who still to this day after me leaving and coming back, oh King Zaddy Dragons. Hence, my name was Zaddy Dragon because I had them dragons, I was throwing them, and I threw enough to some people where, okay, I granted you grace and mercy. To this point, over a year, still ain't got them back. But
So did
I'm
they
seeing
ever
all these
show up?
dragons coming, and only that one Gala dragon came.
So did they ever show up to the live house to support you?
Melly's husband did.
Okay.
He threw the one Gala dragon. So afterwards, I contacted him and was like, it's supposed to be more than that. Well, I'm not sure exactly how much. Well, no, I thought you did the math. I thought she told. Well, I didn't. I'm not sure exactly how much I was supposed to throw, so I just threw that one to come because it was your live house. Okay, when you pick up, I need to talk to her so she can tell you what else you need to come throw.
So did you get it?
Well, no. She texted me. In actuality, the Gala dragon that he threw on me, she didn't owe me, and I really owe her now because she didn't owe me anything. Because when she got me the Up Live agency, which we never activated or did anything with, that null and voided our agreement. But girl, you know I didn't do nothing with the agency.
So she never discussed any of this with you beforehand. She just assumed you knew.
Discuss what? What you mean?
That is what she expected. I mean, how was she supposed to know that?
Well, she did say when she got me the Up Live agency that okay, for her getting me the Up Live agency, our agreement would be ended as far as me being continuously compensated for the people that I brought. Because it gave to me, it was given, okay, I bit off more than I can chew. I was able to give you half of the host for 3 months, but now you bringing in these hosts, and I'm having to constantly, continuously give you half of what I'm getting. Okay, so pretty much with me being the bulk of your host that you're bringing in for the month, and mind you, with no cancellations, you were giving me half of what you were making. So pretty much, I was like, based off of, well, when it came down to the finances, half partner because I was getting half of what they was giving you. So I guess that was cutting into her finances, which I'm sure it would at the time because, hey, she was coming fresh out of plastic surgery. Plastic surgery ain't free. So I can see, to me, that's what it was given. And I'm just being honest and transparent. And I let her know. Yeah, we agreed to that. But you know, like I know, that Up Live agency went nowhere.
Wow.
And it's not that it didn't go anywhere because I didn't put anybody in it and we didn't try. That's why it didn't go anywhere because we didn't try. I didn't even try and work it. You told me, beware, a Bigo catch you. You out of there. Girl, I'm not, just like you're not trying to fuck your agency up and your Bigo career up. I'm not trying to fuck mine up. I didn't even want to come over here in the first place. So I'm following the lead with you. I'm not doing nothing with it. I'm dropping mine too.
Wow. I see you have another guest, Young DC.
I don't know who that is.
Oh.
Look, let me say this.
Okay.
Y'all, this is an interview. This ain't no panel.
Yeah, I mean,
and we ain't no questions yet. So what is y'all popping in the queue for? If y'all got something to say, type it in the comments. But please stop bombing my interview. I'm looking too good for y'all to be trying to come up here. It makes me smaller when y'all pop y'all ass up here. what could you possibly be able to say at this point in the interview? We just got started. Write your
Yep.
questions down.
Okay. But
Not
y'all
trying to
stay
be
in
mean
the
or rude,
comments.
but this is the new Zaddy, and I'm gonna be transparent and say what I mean and mean what I say, and hopefully you get an understanding and clarity. I don't mean to come off rude. I'm not even trying to feed nobody with no negativity at all because I'm on a positive vibes and high vibrations kick only. Because
Yes.
I'm halfway through my life. I'm middle age, and I can't afford to add any more bad karma to my years.
I understand that. So, young DC, if you can go in the comments and type whatever questions you have, and I can put it on the wall, and Zaddy can answer. But thank you all for being here. Everybody that popped up on here earlier, thank y'all for being here. I'm
I
so
already know who
excited,
that
you
is. Young
guys.
DC. That's probably that boss daddy. We
Oh
ain't got
yeah,
to
yeah.
your
I met
we
him
ain't got to
earlier.
your part yet. Oh, I'm from the air. I'm from the air. All the dirty laundry. And if some of your dirty laundry got mixed over here in my basket, it's gonna get aired out too.
Zaddy
But I
don't
don't
play,
think your
y'all.
laundry dirty as super kitty ass drawers, because his laundry real dirty up over here. And
Zaddy don't play.
girl, I ain't scamming none of them. They put their pants on the same way I put mine on, 2 legs at a time if they dig big enough. And from what I hear, Super
Oh
put
my
his
gosh,
on 1 leg at a time because he been lying about the dick big. It's just girthy. No,
Zaddy.
Shay, I said what the fuck I said. Come do something about it. A lot of Chicago, bitch.
Oh my
Anyway,
goodness, you are too much.
a bitch ain't gonna check me.
Oh my gosh, you are bold. I tell you.
I'm not bold, I'm just transparent. And the thing is, okay, if at the end of the day, if you could classify yourself as a comedian because you say some funny shit, even though you ain't stood in front of nobody's mic and nobody's comedy club on nobody's stage and did comedy, so can I. And if the shit funny is funny. Watch out, girl, somebody's swinging at you. They've been swinging at your ass lately, bitch. And landing. Anyway, but
Oh my gosh, Daddy, I just came with you.
well, yes, you can. Yes, you can. I told you I was not. It was gonna be no holds barred. Um,
Well, you're always honest and tell it like it is. So you
and,
just
and enough with the formalities and it's not negative energy, but it's truthful energy. The truth shall set you free.
mm,
And and to be honest with you, I'm not here to like slander or drag anyone.
mm,
I'm here to give my account of my experience, um, of why I left Vigo
mm-hmm.
and why I came back. From point A to point B in there, there's a testimony in there as well, because you know I always got a testimony.
Yeah,
Um,
you've been
so
through a lot.
we're gonna dig into it, and I'm gonna take my time. Who wants some? Just say I, and baby, I got you. But anyway, um, so basically, Melly
Mhm.
messaged me and said, "Well, technically, uh, I don't owe you anything else. You owe me because you weren't supposed to get that Gala dragon."
Mm.
And I said, "Why?" And so then she quickly reminded me, "You don't remember our agreement that if I got you the Up Live agency, um, that would pretty much end the contract that we had for you getting half of the commission for everybody that you brought." I said, "Yeah, I remember that, but I also remember you told me don't do nothing with the agency, and I did nothing with the agency. It's not my fault that the agency flopped. Girl, how could it flop when it never even flew?
Oh wow.
Is that what is given?" And we,
Goodness.
we we did have words back and forth a little bit, um, via text. Um, she didn't let me know that every conversation that we ever had was recorded.
Mm.
You sneaky snake bitch.
Oh wow.
Oh, for real, girl? Okay, I know they were because I was recording too.
Okay, well you smart. It's good to
Let
have
that be the
receipts.
reason. But at the end of the day, okay, when an individual owes you or you feel like an individual is not compensating you for work that you've done or something that you've contributed to them. When they say they're not doing it, and you're virtual, what I'm gonna do, crawl through the phone and make her give it to me, or get on live and drag her every day and beat it like a dead horse? No, you said you're not gonna give it to me. I can't make you give it to me. Godspeed. God gonna take care of you, and I hope I don't take care of you before God decides to take care of you. Because I ain't got the grace and mercy that He got. I just hope He grants me enough grace and mercy that your blood is not on my hands.
Oh, child, they not worth 100. Yeah, let God fight your battles.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that was part of the reason why I left. Okay. That particular portion of the money that I was making monthly and hitting the quotas that I was hitting, a big portion of that was from the work I was doing on the side by getting individuals to join this agency. So, and then I'm struggling trying to figure out how to get pure support. Exactly. Why didn't she get me and a big agency? She was telling me that my agent had to give me the recommendation. That wasn't happening. Me and my agent went back and forth. I was throughout my tenure in this agency, and I'm gonna name names, the Oval Office agency with I think his name was Leo. Um, he and I constantly bumped heads. He was a narcissist. I would be explaining certain situations and issues that I was having, looking for guidance, and he always felt like I was coming to complain to blame him. I'm not blaming you. I'm just telling you what my situation is. Can you help me? On top of that, I was getting banned after ban after ban. But every month, you had a contest in your agency where the first person to get the 52 hours, they get a yacht. If several of y'all get there at the same time, okay, the person that did the most hours for the month in the agency got the yacht. 6
So,
months consecutively,
so
I
why were
was
you getting banned?
for all kinds of stuff. Um, oh girl.
Do you feel like they
Wait,
were
wait, wait, wait,
behind?
wait, 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 wait. If you recall, we did cover this on the last interview. You tell me why I was getting banned. Tammy
Trolls?
PA. We're not gonna call her no troll. We're gonna call her like we're gonna call it like it is. Tammy's not a troll. Tammy's an agency leader now. I'm finding out that
Oh,
I've come
is she?
back.
Okay.
I don't fuck with her still. She did me very, very, very wrong by starting a hate train and a bandwagon. Me and Jermaine Stewart.
So I
All
know.
because we didn't want to work with her, and I told her, "Bitch, mind your business," because she was in my business.
So basically, she not only troll, well, like you say, cause you conflict not only on Bigo but on Up Live as well.
No, where'd you get that from? I didn't say that.
But I thought on Bigo's where y'all had the conflict, right?
Yes, we're not talking about Up Live.
Okay, you back on Bigo. Okay.
I never went to Up Live. She said, "Don't do it." I didn't do it.
Okay. Okay.
And when it was time to get paid, okay, girl, where my pay? Oh, I got you the Up Live agency. Well, girl, I ain't do nothing with that.
Right.
So I feel like, okay, that was null and void too. But since you're saying you're not gonna pay me, I can't make you pay me. I was responding to the question in the comments asking why didn't she get me my agency? She claimed that I had to be recommended by my agent, which I kind of figured was a lie because back when I first came on this app in 2020, I came on the app July 16th. By October of 2020, the same year, I had already been recommended for an agency by Yachtineer. She wrote me a recommendation.
Okay.
I've been had my recommendation before I started working for Melly. before I started working for Geechee. Yes, I worked for Geechee too. I don't know if you remember him. He was an agent. Um, and long before I even started having issues with my agent, I already had a recommendation, a written recommendation from Yacht and Air to become an agent. So it wasn't that I was waiting on a recommendation from either of them. What I was waiting on from either of them was the link to fill out the application and submit my application with my recommendation. Because I didn't even know one of y'all already had a recommendation
Okay.
from one of the good agents on the app. So Leo and I bumped heads all the time. Um, yes, I complained a lot. Bitch, I'm getting banned. I'm spending all this motherfucking money getting unbanned. And all you could do is give me a yacht every month because you decided with your free will to advertise a contest within the agency that I just happened to be winning because I stayed on live all the time, sometimes 18 hours a day. So it was easy for me to win this contest. And that's why for 6 months you gave me a yacht every month. Because wasn't nobody beating me.
Okay.
I was getting the 52 first, and I was ending the month with the most hours, 60. Run me my yacht.
And you do have good content, so
At the same time, though, okay, you know I'm working for Melly. I even tried to work for you because you had a little incentive program to bring people to the agency. The one person I brought to my agency, okay, I never was compensated for them, so I continue to funnel all my people into Melly's agency. I didn't even give too many of my people to Geechee. I gave my sister to Geechee. I didn't want to put my sister with everybody else. And I thought there was a possibility that once I got released from Leo's agency, that I would be going to Melly's agency. And at one point, he did tell me he was releasing me. I have that in writing. And to find me an agent, and he would release me in 5 minutes. I found somebody, release me.
yeah. And look, I heard it's kind of hard trying to, like, if you're not happy with the agency that you're with, it's really kind of hard trying to leave one agency to go to another.
It's up to the agent to release you. The app cannot make them release you unless, I know on the other app, unless there's a situation with sexual harassment or confrontation where, well, unprofessionalism was another reason on this other app. To be honest with you, being a part of Oval Office, I never signed a contract. I never gave him a copy of my ID. Technically, you didn't even have my government name. To this day, you thought my government name was Marshawn. So basically, you telling me you're not gonna release you. Really, you ain't got to release because you really ain't got me. All I gotta do is just stop going live on this bitch. And but at that time, Bigo had become my main source of income. There was also malicious trolling Bigo style, where someone contacted the unemployment department and made the unemployment department aware that I had unemployment claim that I didn't make, which makes no sense. So they called like it was me and said, somebody's drawing unemployment on my name and that's not me. So that prompted unemployment to immediately stop my benefits and force me to prove who I was and that this was a valid claim. And I had to submit all that for them to start my unemployment back up. Because yes, I came on the app. I came on the app with a bag, but to continue the bag, okay, unemployment was supplementing that too. So when that's how I was getting my SVIP, because I was taking my unemployment check and loading it onto Bigo. And then when I was getting my Bigo check, paying my bills, as well as exchanging my part of my Bigo check back into Dragons. And that's how I was able to become Zaddy Dragon and always give out Dragons, because I was really not robbing Peter to pay Paul because it was all my money that I was just moving around here, moving around there. With them taking that entity of my unemployment out, um, that happened right around the time there was an announcement made by my founder of the family that I was in at the time, the Super Teams, that we were leaving the app. And of course, if I ain't want to leave, I ain't have to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I could just drop your badge and continue doing me. But I was privy to where we were going before a lot of other people knew. And once he told me where the family was going, I was like, well, you know, they've been contacting me since December, and I've been turning them down.
Mm.
Since that's where we're going, I've been offered an agency also. I would love to take the agency and come over with you. I still want to be a part of the family. All of the people that I bring over with me to become hosts, those will be additions to the family as well. So pretty much, I was agreeing to come over with him, and I'm gonna build my agency, you're gonna build yours, and I'm gonna bring my people to the family. We're gonna be an empire. I'm trying to think. Did he? And I also made the offer in the beginning. You know, yeah. In the beginning, I was like, there was two options. I can come over, get my agency, and I'll work my agency and be your assistant and help you work your agency. We could work it that way too. I could, as I'm learning how to be the agent or whatever, I can still be your assistant in your agency, help you run your agency also. Let's get the money.
Okay.
He was like, cool. We did come over. And the thing was, coming over from Bigo to Miko, when the family was briefed, we were briefed that we were coming to Miko. We were coming to take over Miko. There would be things that nobody else on the app could do that we would be able to do. They were aware of what we gave and what we give, and we didn't have to worry about being banned and all of that. If we got banned, he was going to take care of it. We were made aware before we got there on day one. We was not competing for no family badge. We was being given one. When we got there, I know for me personally, when I got there, my wallet had over $10,000 worth of coins in it because that was part of the contract that I signed to come there. To leave Bigo and come there, that's what they offered me. I didn't even have to come and be a host on Miko. They just wanted me to come and said I could be an agent and they would also protect me. If y'all don't believe me, I still got the motherfucking text messages in my DM on my IG.
Well, let me ask you this: how did Miko find out about you?
I don't know. They messaged me on IG. And they knew lots about me.
Mm.
They obviously watched me enough to know I wanted an agency because basically a lot of the times that was my gripe when I did vent on Bigo is, okay, I need me an agency. And Leo holding the link hostage and Melly telling me that he has to do it. So me and him got into an argument one time and he told me he was going to release me, find somebody. I said, I found somebody. He gave me her phone. I want to talk to her. So then he talked to Melly. I don't know what the conversation was, but she was telling me instead of him being released and coming to her agency, um, she told me stick it out. Um, Sometimes being nice versus being hostile can get you more than. So pretty much she was telling me, okay, stay there, be cool, get his blessing. You being an agent, and we're gonna get you an agency. Pretty much is what she was saying. So just be cool with him. I even tried to become cool with him and cordial with him again. Um, Above the initial when I first came on the app, and he realized I was his agency, the sexual harassment and sexual advancements that was I did not. Uh, I don't think I did anything to like make him think that I was wanting to be anything other than a top host and needing his assistance and guidance to get there. Um, on top of that, my relationship was closer with another agent, and that's who I was working with. So don't expect me to be bringing everybody I bring to the app to your agency because I'm not. And when I first got on the app, I was bringing everybody I knew in the lip sync and drag world because when I got on the app, there was really no respect to the lip syncers and drag queens. Nobody other than Stasha doing the show on Sunday. And sometimes even her own family, Live Nation, will forget that she had a show on Sunday unless somebody come in the room and remind them on the panel, Stasha got a show.
Oh wow.
So very much that was as far as from my vision of what I saw on the app, catering to the lip sync and drag community. Yeah, there was few people like Mama Chia and all them holding their little talent shows, but to me, them was like play panels. And when I say play panels, because the drag was awful.
Oh my God. Daddy.
I'm just being honest. And Sasha will tell you too.
Okay.
When we got on this app, the individuals that considered themselves to be doing drag or female illusion or dabbling in the art of female impersonation and lip sync or male lead was all playing in the craft. Nobody was taking it serious enough. And I remember my first lip sync battle, Stasha was a judge, and she was reading the contestants saying, y'all are not going to make a mockery of what I've worked years for to gain the respect for in the gay community. And if y'all going to do this, y'all going to do it right, or we're not going to do it at all. The critiques are not going to change. We're going to be hard on y'all. And I appreciate her for being that type of judge and her making that one statement right there. Y'all not going to play in our craft, because not only has she been in the industry for years before me, okay, I have been in the industry for a while. And just by her saying that, okay, I felt that way also. And that's the way I structured my show, for it to be a grooming process instead of just a contest, because we were tired of people playing in our craft. And I said to say, when I got on the app, that's what they were doing.
So basically, they were amateurs. They were just starting out. They just weren't serious yet or at all. So did they get better? I mean, what happened?
To be honest with you, I don't know, and I didn't care if they didn't come through Zaddy Palace, because once I got on the app and saw, okay, there was no respect for the lip syncers. The people that did even like look like they liked it or whatever, they weren't taking it serious enough. The productions weren't professional enough as they could be. So me being a new host, I said, okay, the first Wednesday, we're going to do lip sync battles. And it's going to be X, Y, Z, and this is how it's going to get ran. And so that's how I started building my platform.
Okay.
As far as your question, did they get better? To be honest with you, some of them did, because some of them did come and compete in the Dragon Lip Sync battle. and through competing in the Dragon Lip Sync battle, they improved.
Well, good.
So, but long story short, um, I left part because it was hard getting an agency when it shouldn't have been that hard. Between Melly, Leo, and Yatner, who wrote my referral, um, there could have been some types of strings pulled to get me my agency, since that's what I wanted. And I had proven already that I was capable of running an agency and bringing in the people that needed to be brought in to have a successful agency, active hosts, hitting quotas. How I know most of your people were hitting quotas because I was getting half of what you was getting for them hitting quotas. And they were members in my family that I started. So that's how I know they were active hosts and they were successful hosts in their own right. No, they weren't hitting big numbers as I was hitting, but they weren't investing as much as I was investing either. And but I was making sure my people was hitting their quotas. Because if you hit your quota, guess what? On the back end, I'm going to get commission from her, half of what she get. That's money in my pocket I can put back on the app and come give you a dragon again on payday.
All right, it's a team effort. Yes.
Yeah. So, and that's how I was operating. So that's what I attribute a lot of, the way I moved and my professionalism to how I gained the reputation I gained on the app as being Zaddy Dragon, being professional when it came to my production and being on time. To me, that if I didn't do anything else, that was going to be done regardless of who was here. I could be here by myself. Don't nobody else show up. It was weeks. None of my angels showed up. There was still a show.
Yes.
So
keep it going.
So because I couldn't get assistance getting an agency, and the hate train that started in October, the bandwagon that started in October, led by Tammy PA, that hadn't stopped. I was constantly getting banned. I had individuals on Facebook hit me in my inbox. I just read that the other day too. I got all these receipts, y'all. Telling me one of the old ladies on Bigo is getting you banned. Because I had got banned so many times. They sent me a message. Y'all think I'm playing? We're going to pull it up.
Wow, that's a shame.
They told me one of the grandmas on Bigo was getting me banned. And it wasn't Grandma Murder. They couldn't remember this grandma's name. But what she was doing was telling people if they went to my live and reported my live, and I got clipped while they was in my live screen recording them reporting my live, she would give them a dragon.
That's a crime shame.
I can't make this up. I'm going to show you.
Wow.
And so when he said he couldn't remember her name, I said, and around this time, yes, Grandma Reba had surfaced, but she wasn't that popular. She was just known as Grandma Murder's lapdog at the time. We didn't know she was trying to steal Grandma Murder's content.
Oh wow.
So I named Tammy. I said, who, Tammy? They say, yeah, I think that's her, but I'm not really on Bigo like that. So I'm really not on Bigo like that. But yeah, she telling people she'll get them a dragon if they get banned, if they get you banned. And I was like, can you send me receipts of that? First and foremost, I was not going to go and approach Tammy and say anything to her. I've been ignoring her and any negative energy that she throws this way for a long, long time. Because like I told you in a previous interview, I felt as one of the demons that regularly attacked me when I was going through spiritual warfare,
Mm-hmm.
which is a lot because I'm flourishing financially if I'm doing well on the app, attached itself to her. Um, Once I cut her off, I cut her off. I didn't care about what she had to say. She was trying to say I owe her Dragon. Girl, I didn't owe you no Dragon. That was compensation for me showing up as Little Richard. She was doing a lot of stuff, dragging my name, lying, all of that. Through all of that going on, till that month, me getting banned so many times, I spent $1,700 getting unbanned.
Ooh.
So when Super said we was moving, I was ready for a move. And on top of that, I was going to get my own agency. And we was going over there to run it up from day one. So, well, I wish this would come on. I'm going to show you the receipt.
Okay.
We'll bring Exhibit A in a minute as soon as my computer line up. But
Okay.
but yeah, this is an individual I did not know at all. And they hit me in my Facebook Messenger, something I very rarely use because once I got on Bigo, I was on Bigo. I was not using on Facebook. I really wasn't using Instagram a lot until I learned Instagram will help you grow your platform on Bigo. And so that's why I started using Instagram and posting on there. But this person came out the blue and just told me, like, in the midst of me getting unbanned, when I came back,
Mm-hmm.
they was like, because they had said something. I was like, well, I don't want to hear nothing about, I don't want to hear anything other than if you can help me get unbanned. No, I can't help you get unbanned, but I can tell you got you banned. And that's what they said to me. So through all of that, what else was going on? At the end of the day, it was time to make a move. So I made everybody aware on my team. On the first,
Mm-hmm.
we out. If y'all want to be a host, come on over. Join my agency. We gonna learn the app together. I don't know it. I don't know much about the app. I just know they paid me a lot of money to be there, and I know with the money I got, I know when I came on Bigo, when I had a big ass wallet, money was talking, bullshit walked, and money got me a long way and got me the attention of the individuals I need to have the attention of, regardless of the type of person you are, on the inside or outside, your personality, none of that. When you got a bag in your social media wallet and you make the right moves to insinuate you got that bag, the right people pay attention to you.
Okay.
So I was all gung ho. And not to mention, I was moving with my family, who, as I stated earlier, if I can't say anything good about the Super Teams, I can say this one thing. As a unit, I'm gonna go even further and make this statement. As a unit, even without the leader throwing anything on anybody in the family,
Mm-hmm.
if he didn't throw nothing on anybody in the family, as a unit,
Mm-hmm.
together, the mutual and pure support, because sometimes there were members in the family that were not hosts. You didn't have to give that back because they was a gifter. So I will say the one good thing I can say about that family, being a part of that family, the mutual and pure support was a strong presence.
Well, that was a good thing.
It was a strong presence. So that was one good thing
Mm-hmm.
um, about being there that I like. And I was happy that I was moving there with a family that moved like that. On top of that, I knew what was in my wallet, and I knew what I had to do to get the reaction I needed out of Super to have him reciprocate the same mutual support. Bitch, stop taking your ass in there, throwing on him and leaving out. throw on him and get your ass in the panel. So he could throw some of that back because he's not gonna look like no fool if you throw all that on him and him not throwing anything back. Stop popping your ass up on the panel. So when we got over there, it was a learning experience. We all were learning together. Me and my host, me and the members in my family. Sometimes the members in my family I ended up educating them all because we were all in the same family. We were all still learning. We were all learning the app. And I didn't mind doing that. So going over there was a great move because we all went over there with a bag. And Boss Daddy will tell you, when we got there, it was lit, and we ran it up. His want to help and save every hole that comes to Miko and tell them how the app work because he the king of the app and he done mastered it. And that what you said the first day we got there? To be honest with you, the shit he was telling us was going in one ear and out the other because, bitch, we ain't gotta wait to no contest to run it up. We got bags and we gonna run it up. And from the day one, we was over there running it up. Without a badge, Boss Daddy did try to get us to join his tag till we got our badge. But us coming over before we even logged on and went live from day one, we knew we didn't have to compete for no family badge. It was going to be given to us once we got to a certain level. So, okay, so very successful over there. I hope you guys understand why I left Bigo. I wasn't getting no help with no agency. That's what I wanted. Most of all was my agency. Because through me working for Melly, I did realize, okay, that to be honest with you, that's where the money is, being an agent. If you're a host and an agent, for Bigo, that's where the money is. And I wanted my agency. And the trolling. Between the trolling and them not giving me no agency and me going over to Miko the first broadcast and hitting 600K on the first broadcast, which was a strategic move too because I knew Super first day he was gonna get up around 10 like he did on Bigo, and once he went live, everybody that was Super Tinks was gonna throw till they ran out. And then we weren't gonna run out because we had Happy Go Lucky Boss Daddy, who was a coin seller, who we didn't think was gonna jip us until later. But once he realized we was recharging the way we was recharging, that motherfucker raised his recharge fees, no shade. So $10,
What?
$10 per 100, I think. To be honest with you, I can't tell you how much he raised it to because, like I said, when I got there, I came with a bag that they gave me. I had a wallet full of coins when I got there. So there was no reason for me to recharge when I first got there. A lot of people didn't know these coins were sitting in my wallet when I got there because that was part of my NDA. We were not supposed to discuss the perks of us coming and what they did specifically for us. And I think for me, that's where it was a breakdown in the morale for me, eventually. Not in the beginning, but once you start hearing motherfuckers sneak in what they got, and you're like, well, bitch, why they didn't give me that? Or, bitch, why this? And to be honest with you, I didn't want to lead a family when I first went there. So I was fine coming over as a super tink knowing we getting our badge in about 2 weeks. And once we get our badge, he making me co-founder. So I was content with that. I didn't want no family badge. So in the beginning, that didn't bother me that, okay, nigga, you got a family badge and you have to, and when I mentioned it, because I remember we were coin shopping through the coin plug from Ohana, and we had started through Boss Daddy. Well, our people, I didn't because by the time it was time for me to buy coins,
Mm-hmm.
Boss Daddy had done raised that shit to $10 per 100, and I was not paying no $10 fee, especially recharging $2,000 and $3,000. I wasn't doing that. You weren't going to get no payday off of me. So I did go to Ohana to get my coins. But even mentioning to him that we ain't finna compete for no family at the end of the month. They giving us one. He had a problem with that, and stated it verbally. And so, because of the favor that was bestowed upon Super and the Super Teams, which included me and the Premium Content Agency, um, a lot of the small beefs and resentment started against the Super Teams. Um, did somebody just type something? Oh, no. So, everything was going well. I even got offered a coin. I even got offered to be a coin seller, which I was told in the beginning, you need 35 active members. You have to have a certain amount of money and recharge a certain amount of money in income. The money part was no problem because me and my agency met that requirement the first day. The only thing I didn't have was my strong 35 active members. So I had to build up to 35 to get it. But um, me being who I was, I didn't have to get those 35 people. Mind you, during this time, I'm still a super team. As long as I'm a super team, admins had no problem with me. They was treating me just like they was treating him, even though I know, okay, on the back end, yeah, you're getting a little bit more than everybody else that came over here on contract. I had to fight with the admins to get my one link. How do you know who I brought to the app if they don't join my agency? Maybe I'm bringing gifters. How do you know? I need a one link, just like he got. And just like she got, because there was a couple of people with a one link. I need a one link. Because I know what's going to happen next is if and when I do ask for a reconsideration of my contract and all these perks I'm seeing pop out the woodworks that, okay, girl, y'all didn't spend no money on that. Y'all could have gave me that too. Y'all really made him feel fab like it was that for him. Um, by giving him the preferential treatment they gave him. But like I say, as long as I was a super team, I had no problems.
Mm.
Um, there were certain individuals. Now I'm gonna tell you the one problem I had being a super team. Some individuals networking with them was off limits because they didn't fuck with us. Why they didn't fuck with us? Because of the perks that they could see blatantly given to us, mostly to Super, that they weren't granted offered the opportunity for. And so, like, jealousy and envy did start to kick in against the Super Tinks and anyone affiliated with them because of the perks we received. I know me in the beginning, personally, I did not talk about none of them because I took the NDA situations serious, and also that bitch had a fine on it of $10,000 if I violated the contract.
Wow.
So I definitely wasn't rubbing it in the people's face, but it was unavoidable that okay, uh, y'all know we ain't compete for no family badge, and we ended up with a family badge. That was obvious. So that was like rubbing it in their face, and they were upset about that. So me being a super team did prevent me from networking with certain people. It got me kicked out of certain lives
Oh wow.
just from being a super team.
Mm.
But we didn't care because we was a force to be reckoned with on the app. We came, we lit the app up on the first day. Y'all knew we was here, and yeah, I'd be mad too. But what you need to do is don't be mad at me. Be mad at the admins or learn how to have a conversation where you're not complaining to the admins, but making a suggestion to the admins that may get you what you want on the app. Now, granted, I didn't learn that right offhand when I came on the app, how to deal with them, but that developed in time as different situations arose. And I learned how to deal with them and get what I wanted without complaining that this is not fair. They hated for you to say that they were being unfair. Even though, yes, there was some preferential treatment to Super, there was some preferential treatment to me. Fast forward, Super Tanks being the Super Tanks. We messy. We argue within the family. We read. We were on a panel one day. We was playing a game. Who is the fakest tank? And mind you, at this time, I'm still learning the family and not want to sit on the roasting panel and read or whatever. But if I was going to name a fakest tank, that fakest tank would be, what's her name? What's that child name? Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Drunk. See, she became famous on Big O for sitting on Super Live. Not Super Ho. I mean Bottom Ho. Raina. Auntie Raina.
I remember Raina.
Okay. Me and Raina were real cool on Bigo.
I remember.
Raina used to come run me up. And Super used to hate it because he would be sending her cash apps and stuff. But Raina would still come to my lab and run me up. Supercar after supercar after supercar. Raina even won one of my raffles, so I ended up throwing her. I think it was like a yacht. So me and Raina was real cool, and Raina liked me. But when we got to the other app, it was asked who the fakest tank was, and I said Raina. And the reason I said Raina was because Raina would call me crying about the way she was being treated by Super and her feelings being hurt with some of the reads, and him calling her Tata and all of this. And back when I was a Super Tank, and they will tell you, you couldn't come in my live and say nothing negative to me about Super or the Super Tanks. I nipped it in the bud. So you damn sure weren't finna call me off the app and complain. Especially after I'm giving you advice that, okay, if he's making you feel a certain way, when he makes you feel that certain way, you make it plain and clarify to him that your feelings are hurt, and please don't do that again. That hurts your feelings. Don't say that. If you don't tell him that hurts your feelings, he don't know.
Right.
So not even in being malicious or slandering or messy, but if you ask me who the fakest sink was, Raina issue because you call me and tell me he hurt your feelings instead of calling him and telling him he hurt your feelings. When I tell you I was saying, call that bitch and tell that bitch he hurt your feelings. Because trust, if and when he does hurt my feelings, he don't know about it. I've always said that. Me and Raina fell out behind it. Because Super had went off on her and was like, I knew it. That's why you be over there throwing on him and all that. But you know, him being the comedian that he is, he gonna have the antics and all that. Some of it is genuine, some of it ain't. And to be honest with you, he'll say any and everything to get uproar out of the comments and out of the family members. He'll tell a whole lie, and they'll believe it's true.
So have you and Raina made up?
Since then, yes.
Okay. Because you know what, I came across Raina. You know, I've tried, as you know, I've tried several apps, and it was this one particular app I came across where she came across me on this other app. I tried out for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
She was saying how she missed you and she wanted me to say something to you, and I was like, well, I don't want to get into it. I said, just reach out to him, and she was like, well, he won't listen to me. So that's good that y'all, you know.
Well,
Back.
yeah, we eventually. I don't. Was it before I left from over there? I think it was before I left from over there. But someone from the comments did come and tell me that she wanted to have a conversation with me, and I opened it up and say, well, she has my phone number. My phone number has not changed.
Mm-hmm.
Just like she called me to tell me her feelings, and then call him. She can call that same number to say she's sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And so eventually she did. But what had ended up transpiring between her and I was she was trolling me. This particular morning, I happened to be in Super Bottoms Holes live. And back then this was all cool. But Raina had a problem with me. Because Raina had a problem with me, fake ass Super Bottom Hole wanted to be cool with me because she didn't like Raina from the beginning because she always wanted Raina's position. She always wanted to sit in Super's live and be that person to get all the clout from Super and get all the cash apps. When Super say run her cash app up, because that Super used to be good to Raina. Shaky also was good to Raina. They've done a lot for Raina and her kids and all that. They've helped her out. And Super Bottom Hole always, at the time, aka Aries, she had an issue with Raina, but it was not spoken as loudly as she speaks now. And it was pretty much, I'm your friend, but I'm not your friend. I don't like the fact you always in Super Box. Give the box to somebody else sometimes. She's just using him. She didn't like Raina from the get-go. So, me in her box, I mean, I forgot what I was over there in her box for. Super hadn't went live yet either. So it was early in the morning. Because when he went live at 10, everybody dropped what they was doing, and we went, and we ran him up. Every morning. If you wanted to see him come in your live later on that day, if he decided to come in any of the family members' lives and throw anything, if you wanted to see him that day, you better make sure you was there at 10 o'clock to run him up.
So if you didn't run him up, he didn't come to your live?
You wasn't gonna see him. And if you did go run him up, you still probably wasn't gonna see him that day. No. He take his time and come when he wanted to come. And bring what he wanted to bring. First month, we had a family contest. The first person in the family that was the person who had the highest amount of points in prestige under him was going to get 50K. So let's wake this up. When we first hit the family board and got a family board, I still got a screenshot of that. I was sitting number one on top of the family, on top of Super.
Wow, he threw big.
So the battle was really between like me, Candy, what's the lesbian that was a part of the family with the dreams? I can't remember her name, but she was a co-founder also. The battle was really between us. And to me, it really wasn't no battle because like I knew what I had in my wallet when I got there. Girl, y'all wasn't gonna beat me. I was getting that 50K. So even when he would bring like what he owed you or something, okay, I'm in the middle of an event that requires event gifts. Why would you bring me 50K in Super Tank gifts that for every Super Tank gift you throw, you're going to get 100 of those beans in your wallet because it was your customized gift? Instead of throwing me event gifts where you can go get your keys and get more to throw. Or I could go and get my keys.
I remember your gift, your customized gift. It was so cute.
Yeah, that's another thing. I had a customized gift over there. So like I say, things were very. I was very successful over there. My first month, I did 2.5 mil.
Wonderful.
My second month, I think I did 3 mil. I know December, I did 5 mil. And the reason why I remember December and hitting 5 mil is because that goes back to the story where Raina started to troll me and Bottom Holes Live, and she started to type in the comments that I have AIDS. I was
Oh,
fine with I buy cigarettes on EBT, and I do this and I do that. Girl, those are things I showed you during my broadcast, me being my normal self and being and letting you into my reality. I gave you that, so that didn't bother me. But for me and you to be as close as we supposedly were on the app, and people saw me sitting and spending a lot of time with you, for you to say that, some people will assume that I shared that type of information with you. And I've never shared my uh, HIV status with Raina. So why would you say that in these comments?
mm-hmm.
I got AIDS, Raina? Is that what we doing? And I even had a conversation and told her, like, uh, if I want to right now, I can get your shit snipped. Clip. The only reason why um, I won't get you clipped is because you're in Super's agency, not trying to take no money out his pocket. And that's the only reason. Um, I was very confident in, girl, if I want you out of here right now, I can get you out of here right now. Because there was another super team that did not like me from on Bigo. I guess I think her name was something about saying she was a supporter. She wasn't a family member. But her and I got into it because um, I didn't feel comfortable with her in my life after seeing her sit in Tammy PA's live. And amen, Tammy PA, every time Tammy PA drags me and Jermaine. How dare you come to my live and sit in my face and wear her fan badge? Because that used to be a part of my rules in my life. If you're
Mm-hmm.
not wearing my fan badge, I don't want to see you typing in my comments.
I
So
remember.
to be honest with you, I felt like she was playing in my face. You done went in Tammy's room, got Tammy's fan badge, and you coming and you sitting in my room, and you're not sharing the live, you're not tapping the screen, and you wearing Tammy's fan badge. Back at that time, Tammy's name, Tammy's fan badge was a trigger for me. I would go on a rant and a rave for hours about this bitch,
I remember.
which was wasted breath and energy. So we're gonna move forward. Um, I forgot this girl name. Something about singing. I ain't never heard her sing. She kind of chubby. Regardless, whatever her name was, she came in my life, and I was like, "Girl, ain't nothing changed over here. I don't give a fuck if you is a super tink. You don't like me. I don't like you. Why the fuck is you in my life?"
Wow.
She tried to read me. I think she said I had AIDS. I'm like,
Mm.
where's all this coming from? I got AIDS, girl. Like, I ain't been to the doctor this year yet. Birthday ain't came up. How I got
Mm.
AIDS?
Mm. People are so rude.
So, I had already got her page too. So Super was kind of low key mad about that, but he didn't make me aware. He was mad about it. Um, Raina boasted and bragged to me that you ain't got no power. I bet you can't get me banned. And if you do, Super gonna get it right back. I said, well, I guess today we finna have to see. I bet you I can get you banned, and we gonna see if Super got the power to get you back. We finna see today. Hold on. I flipped out, reported her screenshots. Before I can get back in, snip, they had clipped Raina. Mind you, like I said, when I was a super team, admins had no problem with me. They probably gagged that I sent. That was the second super team account I sent to them to ban, but they banned it instantly.
Mm. Okay.
So then Super went live. We all left the live, went to Super live. I was in the comments. I hadn't even thrown yet. I'm glad I didn't throw. Because I was going to run him the fuck up. And they said, Super, King Zaddy got Raina banned. And I was in the comments like, and did. So he immediately, um, and for the first time in his life ever, started to go off and disrespect me and say all type of uh, malice shit to me, which I did not know how to take because, like, I already explained to him, I don't get with that reading shit. When he gets to that point, I'm ready to fight. So I'm not with that. So if I bounce off of the panel when y'all get to arguing and stuff, that's because I'm not with that. That's not me. Um, and so he had never like he had done got in my box before, but in a jokingly way. But the way he went off about, bitch, you took her page, I'm finna get your page took, and you finna get the fuck up off this app because you fucking with my money, bitch, and all this, you bitch. And then he went on to say I had AIDS also.
Woo.
Wait a minute. The face of the app that's an HIV advocate in your community is also saying I got AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's how you feel. I exited out his live. And mind you, a day or two before that, Raina and I think Super Bottom or somebody had went to told, and that's another thing. They would go tell Soup on you like we all kids and we going to tell daddy. Bitch, that ain't my motherfucking daddy. I'm old enough to be his daddy. Y'all can't go tell him on me. He may appear to have a bigger bag than me. He may be in a leadership position in this family, which is the owner and creator of this family, but he's not my boss. We colleagues. Y'all can't go tell him on me. Out of courtesy, if he say come to his live, I come. 9 times out of 10, any and every time I sat and was there on his panels because I was called there to come and sit on the panel. And bitches didn't even like that. That I had a definite seat on the panel whenever he went live if I wanted it. Some people didn't have a seat on the panel. But for me, anytime there was a panel, if I wanted a seat, I had a seat. And I didn't have to wait in no queue. You know why? Because when I came over there, I was told to come over there. Or asked to come over there. So I was getting tired of the come clear this up on the panel, and then when I proved them wrong and they ain't got no receipts, once again, bitches around here want to drag a person and say malicious things about individuals with no receipts.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I prove, they show that they bring their receipts and we listen to it and we like, with that one no receipt. But then immediately after that, oh, let's go across the street because back then we were new. So when we got tired of playing over there and we had ran it up for the day, he said, let's go across the street. We would go across the street. Oh, so we're not going to address the fact that they just brought you a bold-faced lie. There was no receipt. We proved them wrong. And there's no repercussion to this. And I'm like, you have to, and I had opened my mouth and said, you have to start kicking some of these bitches out that keep trying me, coming to you with lies and I prove their ass wrong. We do nothing about it. Some of these bitches need to go. And he went off on me and was like, this is my family. You don't tell me who to keep in the family and who not to keep in the family. Okay, cool. At that point right there, I wanted to leave.
Wow.
But I didn't because guess what? I didn't know how to drop my badge. But the second time when he went off and was mad because I got ran a ban, I felt disrespected. He had never disrespected me that way before. I also felt like I was warranted a phone conversation as your co-founder. First and foremost, they already don't respect me as it is. And as the founder, if you're not showing me some type of respect, they're not going to show it to me. So some conversations, you need to pick up the phone and call me. And that was one before you flipped out on me. You should have picked up the phone and called me on. You should have never disrespected me and got out of your body and talked out the side of your neck. Once again, King Zaddy ain't everybody. And everybody ain't King Zaddy, and you're not going to talk to King Zaddy like you talk to everybody else. So I took offense to the way he talked to me. And so I reached out to Boss Daddy. And Boss Daddy told me how to drop my badge. I think I had 20K. I had enough money to recharge 20K. And while Super was still over there ranting and raving and running his mouth about King Zaddy, um, I was getting lessons on how to run it up and rotate your money and flip your money from Boss Daddy. Of course, Boss Daddy being the vulture that he is and wanted to be helpful, uh, did remind me you're leaving the family in the middle of the month and you're sitting at number 2. You know how many points you're going to lose. That's rebate at the end of the month. Boss Daddy, I don't give a fuck. He disrespected me. I'm out. Because once he's disrespected me, they're going to feel like they can disrespect me. And it's not happening. So I'm out. So I joined Boss Daddy's family. It wasn't anything to like, to like throw in their face or anything, but bitch, I'm thinking about my bag at the end of the month. I'm in the middle of the month. I need to go ahead and pick up another badge so I can run it back up and get some type of rebate at the end of the month. So, no shade, Boss Daddy ran me up. We took 20K and turned it into like 130, 50K.
All right, y'all.
So by the time they realized I had to drop my badge and had a new badge, bitch, I was sitting on boxes, out the boxes. I didn't give a fuck if y'all was mad. I said what the fuck I said. I'm getting you banned. I got you banned. Let's see if Super can get you unbanned. Instantly. It wasn't no instant. She had to wait till the next day, I think. But I didn't care. At that point, I wasn't a part of the organization no more. And I just felt like, I didn't feel like we were at a point of no return, but yeah, there had to be, for every action, there's a reaction. And the reaction is, I'm going to show you, bitch, I don't give no fuck about this badge or these motherfucking points. I'm not hard up. You're going to respect me if I'm going to be a part of your organization, or I don't have to be here. Point blank, period. And at the end of the day, this money we dealing with. And you know how much money I done ran to you. You know how I know you know? Because you look at your bank account every day, and you got thousands in your bank account. And a lot of those thousands in your bank account I put there. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, you could never sit and talk down to me or say I'm broke or I'm this or I'm that or I'm late and I'm old and I'm that. You can call me whatever you want to. But at the end of the day, you're going to respect me and the money that I bring to the organization or I'm out. Mm-hmm. And so I dropped my badge. A lot went on with being a part of the Boss Daddy family. It's really nothing to like even like touch on there. Being Boss Daddy has some disagreements. Boss Daddy is all about Boss Daddy at times. And if it's not benefiting him, well, I'm gonna tell you like this, it's always gonna benefit him. Thing is, you have to weigh out if it's beneficial enough for you to deal with Boss Daddy because he gonna make it beneficial for him. And sometimes, being that he knew a little bit more than others, he'll act like he'll act like he told us and we weren't listening. But he would alleviate some information and stuff out the recipe. Now, I will say, as far as him giving me the recipe, as soon as I came on board and said, I'm coming to your family and I'm going to help you build your family. I even went and brought him another co-founder and the family doubled in size in days. So it was, and again, it was nothing to like, Super, look at this. Because no, bitch, once I left you, I was done with you. Wasn't thinking about you. But I did go to the admins when I left his family and said, I'm leaving the Super Tinks. Super is currently harassing me, cussing me out, dragging me, calling me out of my name, and basically telling the app that I have AIDS, which is a lie. Mm-hmm. So I'm letting y'all know this is happening right now because it's probably going to be some more mess. And I'm just letting y'all know. Be on the lookout because he already started his shit. I'm trying to be good. Now, once I start my shit, don't say nothing. If y'all ain't doing nothing to him, I'm starting this shit. Response to me from them was, avoid the drama and don't entertain it. Okay, cool. So over in Boss Daddy Land, the Super Tanks weren't the only ones that ran it up. Boss Daddy was very good at teaching you how to work the events and how to place in the events and how to receive um, your rebates or your cash prizes or your what else they used to give for winning them events. It was cash prizes. That's all that mattered was cash prizes. Or you would get coins and stuff. Um, yeah, he would be on the leaderboard like top one, two, or three. Or but sometimes we had a guy named Taurus that once he decided to get on the leaderboard, well, nobody fucking with him. Taurus, to be honest with you, Taurus is the face of the app because Taurus was putting in the most numbers on the app over Super and Boss Daddy. A man that didn't even speak English.
Wow. Okay.
A
Good.
man that could take 100 of his family members and drop 100K on them in the beginning of the event so they can place in a certain spot in the event. That's who the man was over there, if you ask me. Yeah, Boss Daddy made a lot of noise and and made a lot of self-proclaimed statements, and so did Super. But when it came down to getting that bag, I don't care how big Super and Boss Daddy's bag was, I bet you it was not bigger than Taurus's bag.
Okay.
I'm just saying. But we was cool in Boss Daddy Land, Bossville. Boss Daddy had even what else did he show me? He showed me a lot while I was on his team. Um, I had to show him a lot too because sometimes Boss Daddy would play with me and no, you're not gonna play with me in front of these faggots. If we friends, we friends. And certain things it's not just gonna be said on the app. I even went and hung out with Boss Daddy. We even cammed up together, smoked. I went and met him downtown, hung out at my GLA. So me and Boss Daddy was cool. Um, but Boss Daddy was not honest with me about what he promised me for helping him build his family.
Mm.
And I had done my part of the deal, of the bargain, um, being that I was in Boss Daddy family. I learned that there was a family called DPF, not from Boss Daddy, but from DPF. Really didn't know who that was, but right around the same time, my my customized gift came out. They had a customized gift come out, and I was like, "Well, I like that gift. That gift cute." Um, to be honest with you, I kind of thought DPF and Barbie's family were like intertwined some way. That's how green I was to these families. But when first got over there, it was getting up every day, putting on a wig, and performing because that was one of the reasons that Super gave me when I left the family. In order for you to hit the quotas that you was hitting over here, bitch, you have to put on a wig every motherfucking day to catch up to me. First
Oh
and
wow.
foremost, girl, I'm not competing with you. Never have. A lot of the shit and antics that you do, been there, done that, and I've been doing a lot longer than you. I've been in the LGBT community longer than you. I've been wearing wigs longer than you. And
But you are
honestly,
seriously
I've
whether you have
been
a wig or
more
not.
handsome than you all my life. So nobody's really like we. To be honest with you, I was really paying him like, bitch, you're gonna feel my wrath. I don't fuck with you, and you're gonna miss me coming to you every morning at 10 o'clock and running you the fuck up because I'm not coming. Boss Daddy on the other hand, I don't care how many arguments him and Boss Daddy got into it with. Boss Daddy still have his ass over there throwing on him and shit, trying to impress him, trying to buy his love and his friendship, and it wasn't working. I wish I could have told Boss Daddy it's not giving.
Mm.
Um, Me and Boss Daddy had, well, what made me start to look at Boss Daddy sideways was um, me and Boss Daddy had a meet and greet. We hang out. We downtown, hang out in my GLA, we smoking. So, uh, what's the little boy from over here? They say is the mother of the app. Mother. Well, I'm not calling him mother because you, you're not my mama. Um, Tay, that's his name, the little sissy boy. He's another one that said he would slap me. Girl, what I'm gonna be doing while you slapping me?
Slapping him back.
I don't give a fuck about you, your viewers, your fans, who gonna help you fight. I hope all y'all eat lead for breakfast, bitch. If you ever think you're gonna ball up your hands and put your hands on me, bitch, I'll shut your ball down. You won't even get a chance to walk. Coming up in my city, talking about you gonna stop me.
Oh,
And that's what I gotta say to that point, because we ran a storyline across the street about me being a trans man or whatever. Snoop pulled me on his panel or whatever. This punk that don't know me from a can of paint said he would slap me. Bitch, no, you won't. Bitch, I will spit on you. Bitch, yes, I'm old and I'm grown. Bitch, I will chop you up like ground beef and feed you to the alligators in Alligator Alley if you think I'm going to let some faggot that bends his wrist and duck walks and motherfucking dips and spins
oh God.
beat my ass. Bitch, I'll hit you with one of my ballroom trophies across the head. This ain't what you want. I don't give a fuck how popular he is. Once I find out that someone has become the age of an adult and still surrounds themselves or puts themselves in situations to where they could be accused of being a pedophile or guilty of pedophiliac. Did I say it right? Pedophilic acts.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say a fuck thing to me.
Wow.
Period. Point blank at all, especially if you're not trying to get in my good graces, because once I have that perception of you, yeah, I spit on you. You messed with somebody's kid.
That's sad. Oof.
You probably that probably would have if he didn't have whatever experience, whatever situation you put yourself in. I don't know the details of it because, like I said, I don't follow and all of that. But at the end of the day, I didn't know you, and you said you was gonna put your hands on me. Mm-hmm. Last time you was in Chicago, I let you slide and let you go ahead and vote, and then shut that ball down. But I see how he do a lot of these people on the app and how messy he is. I've never done sissies like that. Sissies like that, I've steered far away from and hope they didn't want to get slick because I have to leave them leaking. Because you gonna try to beat me. What you're gonna try to do is windmill me, and your friends are gonna try to jump me and all that. I'm too grown to be out here fighting and tussling with you little young ballroom kids. It's not going to happen. Bitch, if we get into it, anybody that look like they want to swing on me or sneak me, I'm shooting. Bitch, if you even land a punch and lay me down, I'm shooting and I'm going to clear the air. Mm-mm. And in Chicago, we got the purge law coming up. I'll go on downtown and get booked and get sent home.
What is called a purge ball?
Yeah, we got the purge law coming up.
What the world?
Anything under anything that's lower than second degree murder, if they charge you with it, charge you, book you, go home, wait for court.
Oh my gosh, what the?
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
You could get into it. You can get into it with a bitch, spit in their face, burn their house down, stomp them. All you gonna happen is you're gonna go to the courthouse. Go to jail, get booked, and go home. Which I know to be true it's not something that is outrageous and outlandish because me and my brother have cracked heads with baseball bats to the red meat and got arrested, held in the hell tank, processed, and sent home. Ooh. No bond. So it's always happened in Chicago, but they're making it a law now for anything below second degree murder. You're not sitting in jail. So, girl, for individuals like that be on the app, that run their mouth like that and travel throughout the cities and countries competing in ballroom functions and gay functions, and you go live as much as you do, you want to be careful who you see down on any box on a panel and put your mouth on them saying you're going to put your hands on them. I ain't
Mhm.
forgot it. Just like you ain't forgot Cherry the Bomb wanted to push you off a stage.
Oh,
I ain't forgot you said you would beat my ass.
child. That's
Bitch, if you should happen to beat my ass, bitch, I'll come back every day until I kill you or until I beat you. Um,
they ain't working.
yeah, I'm not gonna, just let's be clear.
Mm-mm.
2022, 2023, I'm not fighting none of you hoes. I'm not fighting none of you hoes at all. Now I know all I gotta do is I'm gonna get booked and go home. I'm shooting you. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
mace you. I'm not gonna tase you. I'm going to shoot you. And I'm going to get out because I'm gonna let you land your punch.
Mm-mm. People
And then I'm gonna pull
crazy.
up that video where you said when you see me you was gonna beat me up. And you didn't even know me. So when people come off like that to me initially and I've done nothing to you, and your first initial thing to do is read me or try to keep with me and we're not good girlfriends, okay, that's not a good start with me. And that's how he started with me over on Bigo. So of course when he came to Miko, Boss Daddy was elated. Oh girl, we finna stop the blunt because you want to get on the live and go over there. I'm not coming in there live. But so Super ran over there too. Um, and you know how when the girls come from across the street, if they cool with the new girl, yeah, they're gonna come to the new girl panel. And then Super, you're coming to the panel so you can show them how your super things can run it up on you. It's pretty much sarcasm. Y'all throwing little punchlines here and there, but y'all really being fake and funny with each other. And then Boss Daddy coming over want to be Captain Save, a new host. I want to teach everybody everything. And I'm also coming to tell y'all until y'all get y'all family badge, and they're not going to give y'all family badge for about 2 weeks, or y'all got to win it at the end of the month. And then y'all ain't going to have no rebate. Y'all might as well get my family tag. See, to benefit him. That's how Boss Daddy was. So that's why Boss Daddy ran his ass over there to get up on that panel. And so as Bob's Daddy was on the panel, like I say, Super went over there to be fake and phony and sarcastic and to show, say, yeah, your people running it up on you on your first day. My people running it up on me every day. And we're going to leave Boss Daddy on zero. No, y'all not, because I'm his co-founder. I'm coming in the room and I'm going to run him up. So when I came in the room and ran him up and got him off of zero, Super made the statement about me. Okay, so girl, you spoke on me. What am I supposed to do when you speaking on me? Be quiet. I'm not supposed to respond. I'm just, I'm just, I'm just asking. So she told Mother Platty's viewers, and that sounds so stupid, Mother Platty, bitch, get a new name. Get a grown name. Bitch, you don't even do better with you and Stacey. Let them call you Stacy, bitch. That's what you look like.
Not a
And
Stacy.
I don't give a fuck what the ball say. I still don't like your vote. It's late to me. Anyway, I said what I said. Um, so he makes the statement and tells all of them to don't go to my live trying to troll me because I will get you banned. And will, and did, and do. But I'm in the car next to Boss Daddy, who's on the panel. I'm your co-founder. My issue with him is, okay, just like when I joined your family, you still told me because you still want the kids super ass. Super still my brother, and I don't want it to be no issue with you joining my family. It's not gonna be no issue. I'm like, bitch, well, you actually told me to pick up your tag. It shouldn't be no issue. If he don't care, I don't care. So if you have enough knowledge or enough, you was kissing enough ass to come tell me, don't talk publicly about Super on your live, because that's still your brother, even though I'm in your family. You could have checked that bitch, because I was sitting right next to you. And I told him this to his face. Eventually. But this is what we initially felt out about. Like, I'm hanging out with you, and you just gonna let this bitch say this. You're not gonna check this bitch and say not at least not too much on my co-founder. Rub that in his face. Not too much on my co-founder because I was just Super's co-founder and now I'm yours. You could at least did that.
Wow.
Not that he would have cared because you know he never cares about anything other than all the thousands of dollars in his bank account that we all put there. But anyway, so I felt some kind of way about Boss Daddy not speaking up, and then one when I reached for the phone, calming down and wouldn't let me get to the phone to read Super. You didn't want them to know that I was sitting next to you. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but I was kind of high. We had done smoked about 16 blunts. We finished
Oh,
smoking. We done drank our when I went home. Meantime, in between time, I had already been warned about Boss Daddy by DPF, who, like I said, I didn't know who the founder was or who she was. She came and introduced herself to me in my live. She sent a private message with her phone number, said, could you call me? I called her. She explained to me that I needed to be careful and leery of Boss Daddy because he had got them for such and such, such and such. And me being the loyal family member that I am, honey, that was between you and Boss Daddy. Before I came, I don't have nothing to do with that at all. That's between y'all. As long as you're supportive of me, I will be supportive of you. She invited me to a PK against the other boy from over here that be hitting the big numbers. He can't come over. He can't come over to Bigo no more because they banned him permanently. What was his name? I thought he was a trans man for a while. Anyway, he was very knowledgeable of Miko too. He was influential in me teaching my people a lot about Miko also because he had some videos on YouTube about Miko, and a lot of his videos I watched to teach my people a little bit about what we know about Miko. About Miko. So I went to the PK and I supported her. And I noticed when I would perform, her and a lot of these people with this DPL badge would flood my lives and they would give me. I had no idea that this was a part of them getting under Boss Daddy's skin because I was his co-founder and they had beef with Boss Daddy. But I ain't had no beef with him. So one morning, Boss Daddy was on my live. It was our family on my live. And DPF was coming in and they was throwing gifts. And Boss Daddy was antagonizing them. They was going back and forth. And as y'all know, for me and my panel, I'm not really with all that on my panel at all. I really don't condone that. So it put me in a awkward situation because he telling them, yeah, go and run my tag up. He under my tag, run my tag up. It's coming to me. And me being new, I'm like, how is it coming to him? And then they steady throwing gift after gift after gift after gift. I'm talking about running me the fuck up.
Wow. Okay.
So no, that happened, and then she came to my live, my solo live, and then gave me a phone number and comment. She explained, okay, why that happened, what was going on with them. And I was like, well, it ain't got nothing to do with me. That's between you and him or whoever else, your cousin or whatever. And I thank y'all for the gifts because the DPL gifts was like 2,000 diamonds. Thank y'all for the gifts. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, we did run you up a little bit more than we had expected, but he was running his mouth. Well, thank you. I stood my ground. Whatever y'all got going, that's between y'all, but I'm standing with my co-founder. As long as you support me, I'll support you. He can't tell me not to support you. Boss Daddy did make some statements while they was going back and forth, saying that if I fucked with them or if he caught me sitting with them, I couldn't be his co-founder. So it was like little stuff like that that I was, and people had already told me to be leery of Boss Daddy. So I'm like, okay, you done tried it again, bitch. You're not gonna tell me who I can sit with, but you couldn't say not too much on your co-founder when you sat over there with Super and let him talk about me. And then a lot of times Boss Daddy would try to use me as his content on his panel. Like, girl, you ain't got nothing else to do but try to read me or try to like roast with me, and that's not what I do. And so we would bump heads like that sometimes. But when I went and dropped his badge, uh, it was something small and simple. Um, I wasn't having it. You was not gonna mute me on your motherfucking panel. I'm not everybody. I don't give a fuck what you do with everybody else. You're not gonna do it with me. And you're not gonna keep muting me. So I dropped out the panel and I went and dropped his badge. And to be honest with you, like the information he gave me in the beginning, bitch, when you drop your badge, you better know what badge you're picking up because, girl, you fucking with your rebate. And on top of that, we was on day 3 of the month, and I hadn't reached my redeem yet, which is nothing to reach your redeem. And Boss Daddy, you my founder, and you said you was gonna run me up for helping you with your family. I'm on day 3, and DPF had to come get me to my redeem. Oh, I'm gonna drop your badge, and I'm going to DPF. And so out of spite, I did go to DPF. And plus, there was a little something I need to learn from them. So I needed to go and be a part of their family anyway. Um, but also, hindsight 2020, a lot went on in that year. Um, I was DPF strong. I was cool with the co-founder. I was cool with the founder. I did good business with a lot of the family, but a lot of the family didn't like me, and I didn't give a fuck. I didn't,
Jazz just hated
and
little
I
booty.
realized I realized that okay, being a part of DPF, when I was a super team, bitch, my peer support, I ain't had to work hard for it. I just had to go live. When they saw I was live, the super tanks didn't mind coming and getting me off a zero and getting me to a box uh before noon.
Okay.
So I did have a conversation with Super about why um I left. And I explained to him, you can say I was in my feelings if you want to, but at the end of the day, nigga, you disrespecting me. You had never disrespected me before. And um, when I said you need to call me with an apology, and you went off, and you didn't call me with no apology, okay, you showed me once again when you get hot and mad and heated, uh, you don't give a fuck about nobody but yourself. You don't give a fuck about nobody's feelings. You're gonna say what the fuck you want to say, and then if somebody says something back about you, uh, you want to get your panties in a bunch, or the whole family want to attack that person for saying something about you when you've been sitting over here talking about me the whole time. Well, I'm not supposed to respond to stuff that you said, and
Right.
then of course, while I was not a super tank, and I was building my rapport with the DPF family, of course the trolling continued. Um, I think what ended up, I'm trying to think, did the Billboard contest happen already? Um, Long story short, I went to DBF. Um, Me and Boss Daddy fell out the first time. Um, DPF patched that up between me and Boss Daddy. I don't even realize. I don't even remember how me and Super even ended up because Boss Daddy was trying. Once me and Boss Daddy ended up being cool, Boss Daddy kept trying to get me to squash the beef with Super, and I'm like, I don't have no beef with him, but I don't fuck with him. If he can't apologize for the disrespect, fuck him. And we know he's not gonna apologize. So no, I'm not coming to sit on no panel with him. No, I'm not discussing it. Fuck him. And if he really want to know why I left or know how I feel about it, he will call me. We will have a conversation, and he will apologize. But other than that, I'll fuck him. So shit. just started to become unfair for King Zaddy on the back end when it came to them admits. Remember I told y'all, as long as I was a super team, things were fine with the admits. Um, while I was a part of DPF, um, I had just joined them, like I said, so I wasn't getting a lot of support for them. I ended up competing for the Billboard. I won the Billboard, my Billboard, with no assistance from Boss Daddy or Super or DPF. I took one of Boss Daddy's recipes along with one of my hosts. At the time, it was what's his name? The DJ True, whatever his name is, Finesse. Another one that tried to act like he liked me just so I can get him an agency. I did get him an agency. I got a lot of people that are agency over there too. I was very helpful once I learned the app. But between me and DJ Finesse, we ran it up to the point where I ended up winning a billboard over there. So I was on a billboard in New York and in California. Um, I helped Boss Daddy win a billboard, but I also feel like Boss Daddy conspired with Super to get me to help Boss Daddy. So they act like Super was competing against him when Super really wasn't. People was running him up, but I was single handedly with all the Super people helping run him up. Every time they put Super in the first place, I come back with one big drop, like boom. What is y'all doing? It took all of y'all to try to take him out, and we was killing y'all to the point where Super came and waved the white flag, said he didn't care because he already had 4 billboards or whatever. But once again, something that was offered to him on his contract that was not offered to anybody else.
So who had the 4 billboards?
Super.
Super.
So he didn't have to compete for one anyway. He had a billboard in LA, a billboard in New York, and then he was the only one that had a billboard in Atlanta.
Okay.
So we all got our billboards and stuff. There were issues between Super and I. Yeah, he came and called himself reading me on one of his people panel. No, bitch, you're not gonna keep acting like a child, talking about you couldn't wait to catch me on somebody's panel so you could spew negativity and read me, girl. I'm not listening to shit you saying. I'm just recording. And I'm gonna tell you have a good day when you finish, which I did. And I sent it to the app. He even went as far as after the app told me don't entertain it, start texting my regular phone saying shit while I was live, and I responded to it while I was on live, and he got me banned. So why they always saying,
Wow.
I'm gonna get people banned, you got me banned first. I ain't never got you banned. He would do stuff to just see what type of reaction he could get out of me. I know that he felt that if I were not a part of his team, well, he wanted to keep me a part of his team, so I guess he could figure out what I had going on, because obviously I had something going on. I was hitting them numbers. I had hit my 5 mil. I had 1 mil billboard, and those numbers I was doing for DPF would have looked good over on the Super Team board.
Because didn't y'all make up at one point and you had some kind of show or something going on?
We did, and then we got drunk together or whatever, and he told me, because like for a while he was like, they would start, because we had started being cordial again, and because when he cussed me out on Boss Daddy panel, and the app, I called the app admin in there, and they did nothing about it. But say y'all was talking about him on your panel Saturday. I wasn't saying shit. That was Boss Daddy and this girl. I wasn't saying shit. They was just on my panel talking about him. But what is that to say to me when you told me if he attacked me again, come get you, I come and get you, and you talking about that's enough, that's enough. Bitch, you don't like me no way. And so I did go off on my live on the app real bad. I told them they was self. I mean, I told them they was. Uh, I told them they was unfair, and that basically they played favoritism in certain situations. Certain people can do certain things, and certain people couldn't, and it was unfair. Um, I said a whole bunch of shit. I even you said Asian ass, and that Asian ass is what got me shadow banned in the middle of the Billboard contest because it was a 3-day contest.
Mm-hmm.
The last day of the contest, I was shadow banned. Nobody could see me live to come in my room to vote for me. But I had done did my big one so big. Day 1 and 2, nobody caught me in my division, and I ended up winning the Billboard anyway.
Okay. Hey, well, what's
Um,
for you is for you, no matter
me
what
and
people do.
me and Boss Daddy was doing business to help him win his. I really do feel like Boss Daddy reneged on his portion of the deal. In my opinion, Boss Daddy still owes me money, but we're gonna brush that under the rug. Bitch, you know you owe me, I know you owe me, but we're not gonna argue about that. At the end of the day, bitch, if you coming back to Bigo, you gonna run me up, ho. Anyway, so Billboard tour came up. We went on the Billboard tour. Um, Super dared me to go drop my badge and come back to the family before the Billboard tour, and I did. Which caused a it caused a conversation between me and the founders of DPF, the co-founder and the founder, and they was reading Super, and then Super came in and read the fuck out of them, and then it was kumbaya at the end, and then all of a sudden DPF and the Super Tinks are no longer beefing. Because King Zaddy left DPF and went to back to the Super Tinks, which y'all know was gonna happen anyway, and got y'all a good reading. Y'all got y'all reading, and then y'all made up in Kumbaya. So now y'all was cool, thanks to King Zaddy. But they ain't gonna tell you that. Wake that up. Um, it was just like lots of different situations there. Yes, I was doing my big one. Yes, there was a lot of success for me. There was a lot of stuff I accomplished over there that I did not accomplish over here in the time that I was over here. My agency was doing well. I was one of the fastest coin sellers on the app. At the same time, um, even though I did join the Super Tinks, go back to the Super Tinks, there was one bitch in particular who I don't know why in hell she ever thought that her opinion or what she felt about me rejoining the Super Tinks mattered when, bitch, I left and came back and I'm still sitting higher than you in the family. How that work? I left and I came back and I'm still higher than you on Super's list. How that work? But as soon as I pop up on a family panel, because that was the talk of the app, because you know they had the little blogs and stuff. King Zaddy left the DPF and went back to Super Tinks. And so the Wake It Up panel, I was called to the Wake It Up panel, and I went to the Wake It Up panel, and Aries wanted to address me. First and foremost, bitch, you're not on my level. You're not even on no billboard around this, bitch. You ain't doing the numbers that I'm doing. I don't give a fuck about who lapdog you is or who chihuahua you is. I don't give a fuck about what your opinion is or how you feel about me rejoining the family. Superman forgave you, but I didn't. Bitch, I ain't asked you for forgiveness because I ain't did shit to you for you to forgive me. It's none of your business. At the end of the day, do know I don't give a fuck. A lot of this stuff I'm talking about, you can see these videos, they are over YouTube and everything. So it was like a lot of situations like that. Y'all came back to the family, but I'm having internal family issues where bitches want to argue all morning and call me a crackhead and jealous because, bitch, I'm getting paid every day when I sell my coins from hitting my redeem. You mad you ain't getting no pay every day, but I did. Bitch, I could wake up broke and hungry and by the end of the day be done ate and did everything I needed to do in that day from selling my coins. And to be honest with you, being on that app, if you're really going to eat, you have to be that individual that's the owner of your agency because you get commission on yourself. You have to be a host and be a coin seller.
Okay.
Honestly, if you got one or two good hitters, they got a bag like yours, And then they ain't even got to have a bag like yours because thanks to Boss Daddy, there's ways to move those numbers with a large bag and a small bag, like me and him did before. And there
Okay.
was plenty of people over there that did business like that. Yes, we came over there at Super Tinks. That's when people started having pure support, pure support, pure support. Yes, within our family, yes, we was really running it up through pure support, and I call it mutual support. Because bitch, if I kept running you up on Super Panel and you don't throw nothing back on me, I ain't throwing shit on you. I don't give a fuck. How many times you slept there if you wasn't keeping it mutual with me? So yes, there's some things I didn't fuck with, but a lot of them I did.
Mhm.
Um, Through it all, it was a great run over there. I had um, I, I, I was successful and I was enjoying being there. I was still trying to figure out how to get my money off the app and not having to put it all back in and enjoy some of the 5 million quotas I was in. Because I really wasn't enjoying a lot of the money. And I stayed broke because I'm paying $2,000 for a customized gift. And I'm
Oh,
doing this kind of raffle, or I'm doing putting money into this host to make sure this host hit their quota so I can get commission at the end of the month. Or I'm going to run super up for to win a role from him. Or I'm in a truth talk and I got to do a trade with somebody so I can try to win truth talk. So yeah, I was hitting numbers over there, but for me and my wallet, it wasn't hitting the same as it was hitting when I was over here. Hold on, who is this?
who's still in here with us? I see we have one
Okay,
person.
so but I'm gonna wrap this up because yeah, basically um I went to Miko because I felt some kind of way about not getting the agency over here, and then okay, it seemed like the move to make when I made it, and indeed it was. I don't regret making the move. Um, However, okay, this is the meat in the grease, and the answer to the and rebuttal to bitches calling me a scammer. If y'all can give me a second, I have to get my charger.
Okay.
Hold on.
Who is still in here with us? I see
Hold
we got
on.
one person still hanging in here with us.
I told y'all I was gonna be a long-winded interview, but it is what it is. I'm gonna get this out.
We have one person still in here. Who's still in here with us? Boss Daddy, you still in here? Or did you leave?
Hold on.
I guess he must have left, but there's one person still in here with us.
Cause they gonna replay it. I told them it's gonna be on the replay. It's gonna be on the replay. But oh wait a minute, where's my? Can y'all see me?
No, I don't see you. I just see a black screen.
I need to go to Safari. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I can see you
Okay,
again.
so we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes of this. Let me get my and we're gonna go ahead and address this. I'm not gonna go into too many details
Uh-huh.
because I've already told this story before. I told it on my host audition when I came back to Bigo.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, I was being successful, hitting numbers. Um, there were days, yes, I was broke, but I wasn't broke. Broke, my bills were still paid. At the end of the day, you never broke if your bills are paid. Sometimes I needed a little help from my supporters to eat, but they saw the drive in me and the transparency in me, and basically, but basically they were seeing everything I was doing with my money, so they know okay, genuinely, yeah. Sometimes I was broke, especially trying to be a super tank, and there was a situation that got me kicked out the super tanks. I got kicked out the super tanks because I did get into
a roasting and reading battle with somebody. And I did to say some things about um, a girl who had a baby. She had a baby that died of SIDS. Uh, I think it's less than 6 months
Oh wow.
before she came onto the app. So
Mhm.
basically, the baby's death was fresh. In my opinion, if you were still grieving, honey, you shouldn't have been on no app trying to roast and read and go back and forth with me for me to say something about that situation to cause you to have the whole app like want because the whole app wants to jump on me because I said something about her letting babies die.
So did y'all ever make up? Did you get a chance to
Um,
apologize?
Eventually, God tapped me on the shoulder, and I was compelled to give her a written apology, even though I knew she was not going to accept it. Um, just like she was not willing to accept her responsibility in this argument and the things that she said. I never got an apology for her from her about the things
Mm.
that she said to me. I was attacked by her and um, Super Bottom Hoe. I was attacked by both of them. And mess and I will say this too, Empress over there, dumbass, done gave up her agency to become a part of Super's agency, and all her people joined his agency for her to be his assistant, and him work the hell out of her, and her be messy and stir pots.
Mm.
Girl, you to worry about losing weight. Yeah, I said learn about losing weight and being genuine and not fake and phony and messy.
Oh.
Cause you're the type of bitch somebody will catch in your car after you've been drinking and leaving Super House, and they snatch your ass in the parking garage and they find you stinking months later for your
Ooh.
messiness.
Mm. Mm. People have to realize you have to watch what you say to people because in this day and age, people are crazy. So much is going on.
And she's the type of person that would act like she's cool with you to get the tea. And then once she gets it, she goes spreads it to everybody and then say, I don't get no fuck. I was just acting like I like you. Because if you don't fuck with Super, I don't fuck with you. Bitch, at the end of the day, if it ain't got nothing to do with what me and Super fell out about, it ain't got nothing to do with you, and you don't fuck with me because me and Super fell out, you fake and phony, and don't
Mm.
ever bring your ass around me. Even if me and him make up. You're fake and phony, I don't fuck with you. And you're an individual bitch. If I ever get a chance to meet you again in real life, if you get slick at the mouth or even look at me sideways, bitch, I will slap you.
Wow.
And those are my words to Empress.
Mm.
And then to be honest with you, no, I wouldn't slap you. I would have one of my female friends slap you. Now, if I put a wig on and I'm up in, and I look at your shoulders and they look like they wider than mine, and you look more like a man than I do in drag, then yeah, I might slap you.
Zaddy, stop.
But at the end of the day, I'll at least spit on you because
Oh
you deserve to
no.
be spit on. Because you kept up a lot of mess, and bitch, you sent me a robe with no motherfucking with no belt. What I'm gonna do with a 50K a robe I spent 50K on, and you not send me a robe a belt? I think you did that shit on purpose. You used to play in my face a lot of the times, and you play in my face with this situation because you act like you was concerned with what happened to me, and I'm gonna tell y'all in a minute.
Mhm.
And you were not concerned. You talked with me long enough to get enough information from me to go back to the Miko app and continue to slander my name and drag me.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna argue with nobody that want to drag me, and you look like your titties dragging lower than your motherfucking knees.
Oh wow.
No, I'm not.
So what was she dragging you about?
She was saying that I was lying and that I took the people money to pay my car note.
Where do they get this stuff from?
Now,
Are they
let me
bored?
explain to the audience what happened. Okay, I was getting used to the app, coin selling, all that. Um, but because me and the young lady, T Baby, had got into this roasting and reading battle, and I hit below the belt. And my thing is this. Let me tell y'all something with this reading and roasting and all this talk about let's leave the kids out of it and certain things. Ain't shit off motherfucking limits. A fight is a fucking fight. And bitch, if you can't take the heat, don't get your ass in the kitchen when you know you already done shared stuff with people and they know your truth. And bitch, if you punch them a certain way, it can come back to haunt you. No shade. I knew if I said you letting babies die, that was gonna back you the fuck up out my box enough for me to exit up out the app and get me some rest. Because that day when that happened, I was trying to go lay down, and Empress kept calling me to the panel. And I'm saying, like, girl, I'm paying it. I'm not arguing with these girls. Why would I continue to argue with Aries, high, drunk ass, who's delusional as fuck, thinking Super's doing nothing but other than tolerating her? Why you think it's funny, the situation with him and E-Baby and Rudis? Girl, the same way he feel about them, he feels about you. He don't love you, bitch. You're being tolerated and you're being used and manipulated for your money.
Mm-hmm.
And if he is giving you anything in return, cash outs and all that, he needs the fuck too, bitch. You done gave him all your motherfucking money.
Mm.
He needs to be giving severance packages and severance pay to a lot of the family members.
Mm.
In my opinion, and this is gonna be my last thing I say about him before I go into this, he's unappreciative. He's not loyal. He's an opportunist. And bitch, you jealous and you envious of me. Now don't ask me jealous or envious of what. That's for you to figure out. But bitch, yeah, a spirit of jealousy and envy rides your back when it comes to King Zaddy. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you have all the riches in the world. You have all the clothes in the world, but bitch, at the end of the day, you feel like you here and I'm here, and bitch, guess what? You still jealous of me. You make it make sense, because I don't have to. Because at the end of the day, that's your demon to fight, not mine. Mm-hmm. But I do know this. If you intend to do any bodily harm to me, if you look like you want to hit me, I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to defend myself. I will be in Atlanta for Halloween.
So what's going on in Atlanta for Halloween?
MBU, Black Universe Pageant. But if he want to have an anniversary to that the beatdown he got last year on Halloween, we can't have that too. But if I come down there to fight you, it has to be professional. You need to get a real boxing ring. It needs to be making us some money. Because bitch, if you really feel like you want to put your hands on me, let's do this. But let's make some money off of it. And super out dog walk your ass.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And I said what I said. And leave Worm at home. Because we ain't gonna have Worm fighting with no towels and no coats and shit trying to help you. And your brother either. Now, if you want to put your brother in it, I'll bring my brother. But my brother ain't gonna play with one of y'all. If you look like you finna swing and touch me too close, my brother not gonna fight you. He's just gonna shoot you. I'm just saying, if you're that aggravated or you still that jealous or you that envious that you still want to put your hands on me, because the last words we had, you said you was gonna slap me. Mm. And that's why I addressed Mother Tay the way I addressed her, and that's why I'm addressing you the way, because y'all spoke that y'all want to perform bodily harm. Mm. If you still feeling that way, hell, you the rich bitch. Fly up here, come to Chicago.
Well, all I can say is
that same energy, bitch.
All I can say is when you go to Atlanta next, was it this week? This week is Halloween.
I'm going for Halloween.
All I can say is be safe, child, and just be aware of your surroundings. Because people are just too crazy, just doing too much crazy stuff. Hey, Bree.
I have family in Atlanta. The same people that beat him up last October, they still there. So I ain't worried.
Child, just be safe. That's all I can say.
But do know if there's any punk out here that ever act like they, oh, for whatever reason you don't like me, or you feel like you don't like me to the point where you want to do bodily harm to me, bitch, I'm not going to play with you. And just hope that God gets you before I get you. I hope God gets you before because I don't want you to blood on my hands. Because if I feel like you want to do bodily harm to me, I'm not going to stop until I feel like it's safe to stop, that you won't be able to create bodily harm. Bitch, no, I'm not running to tell no police. I'm not going to get no protection order, none of that. And remember, I'm not going to fight. So, and I'm not going to do all this talking either. But if you feel like you want to do bodily harm, you want to slap me, bitch, that's some old bitch shit. Slap me?
Wow. This is a whole year later and he's still saying stuff.
Well, we haven't heard words recently, but that's why I'm addressing the last words we had.
Mm-hmm.
And that went over no year ago. Bitch, with your motherfucking eyes closed, bitch, you better want to think twice about putting your hands on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck how rich you get. I don't give a fuck how famous you get. Well, yes, I do. When you elevate to the next level, bitch, yeah, come slap me. I'm gonna sue the shit out your ass. I'm gonna let you slap me.
Wow.
But do know one day I'll catch you in the elevator like Solange did, Jay-Z. You're still gonna get it. After I sue that ass. But anyway, I don't want to entertain negative energy with negative energy. But I want to be clear. Any bitch that has ever said they want to do bodily harm to me, okay, if you feeling that motherfucking froggy for real, yeah, let's make some money off of this. Let's get in the boxing ring. If it's not gonna be that, bitch, if you look like you want to street fight me, you're gonna lay down. And hopefully you're in the city that they're gonna lay you to rest at, because if not, you're gonna have to fly out of that city under the airplane. You've been warned, and God don't play by me.
Wow.
And it may have been a key to you saying you were gonna do bodily harm. It wasn't a key to me, and it's never been a key. Bitch, you weren't playing. You weren't playing with them motherfuckers that whooped your ass. And they showed you they weren't playing with you. You weren't fast enough, boo-boo. But just to shed some light on a situation I've already addressed, for the nosy bitches in the back, and this is also to clear up the liars like Judge Reba. The reason I ended up coming back to Bigo was, yes, I was fine where I was at temporarily. I had just signed a new contract and finally became exclusive to Miko, because I was trying to get a family, and he had worked out a deal for me to get a family, but I was making the money to get the family. It was the beginning of the month, and like Super Reed all the time and say, you hoes be waiting for payday. Yeah, I was waiting for payday, so there's really no reason for me to be on the app other than to get my hours, because I was really planning on making my move at the end of the month. I was planning on participating in one event, and that was, oh, wait a minute, I got this gas on. I smell it. And that was the event to get my family. Per the discussion I had with Wayne. So my activity, and reason I'm going to explain this, is because of the statement I got officially from the app when they released me. My plan was to get my family tag, and one way of getting it was I was trying to come up with the money because Dior, from No One Left Behind, was leaving the app, and she wanted to sell her family badge. She quoted me a price of $2,000. It was the first of the month. She said she couldn't wait till we got paid. So I was trying to make the money before we got paid. So I had started driving Lyft. And if you were a person that watched my broadcast, uh, if Frenchie Boo ever watches this, she can attest to this. Frenchie Boo was in my live, and I was saying, I gotta find something else to do. Ding, bitch, what was you doing before COVID? What was you doing before this? That was putting money in your pocket and paying your bitch. You was driving Lyft. And bitch, you got a new car.
Yes.
I I was make I was making enough money to like get a new car too. Yeah. So everything wasn't all bad. I wasn't broke as they say I was as broke. What I was doing was I was spending my money wisely. I wasn't frivolously running to this sacrificial idol live every morning and throwing my money away. Knowing that it wasn't all gonna come back. So I was moving more smart. I was moving smarter. So I was driving Lyft like from the first, because this happened on the 7th. So on the first, I had started driving Lyft or whatever. I was making my little coins or whatever. Also during that time, if you watch me enough, you know, sometimes I need my me time. My me time is I'm gonna go take care of what I need to take care of. So these nuts between my legs can lighten up a little bit, so it's easier for me to tuck when I get on here and do female impersonation, because tucking with some full nuts is not a comfortable thing. So sometimes, yeah, I gotta drain my nuts a little bit. So I'm gonna do a little bit of me time. It may be me linking up with somebody, or I might go to a group session, or I might go to the bathhouse or whatever. I'm very transparent about that. I'm grown. I'm comfortable in my sexuality. If you ain't sleeping with nobody but your wife or your husband that you're legally married to, bitch, you can't judge me. I sleep who I want to sleep with. At the end of the day, bitches, I ain't got no backpack. So, long story short, I was invited to a grown man social gathering. I met a couple of guys there. Without going into too much details, when you find yourself in situations like that, if the individual facilitating the function has not wisely and strategically invited the right people, things can go left. Some people can feel left out. Some people can feel jealous. Some people can feel a certain kind of way about stuff. And this was one of those situations. Not to toot my own horn, but the two guys that were interested in me, everybody was interested in them, but they weren't interested in them. They was interested in me. So they was meet me in the bathroom. I need to talk to you. So I'll go in the bathroom to talk to one of the guys. Once we go in the bathroom, we have our conversation, and I'm giving him the breakdown about, oh, if that's how you get down, that's not how I roll, and really, me and you can't do nothing. So when I'm trying to have this conversation with this boy in the bathroom, the guy who house it was felt some kind of way. He was banging on the bathroom door. When I came out of the bathroom, I felt uncomfortable as it was being there, because for one, I had to pretty much shoot this boy down. Like, no, I ain't here for you. No way. I'm here for your cousin. Mm-hmm. So when the guy who house it was came to the bathroom door and was like, that ain't going on here. Y'all need to come out of there. So no problem. I apologize. I didn't know this is what it was given. You over there frying chicken. Who finna eat chicken, and we try to get ready to have a session? I'll leave. Just like right now, my best friend's brother, who I call my brother also, had my car. But they saw me get dropped off. So since I've gotten that car, a lot of individuals look at me in the neighborhood that I live in because most people in this neighborhood live day to day. It's a shame. I have a few friends in this neighborhood. Some of them do have drug problems. Um, some of them have alcohol problems. Some of them have financial problems, and a lot of the people in this area are living day to day when it comes to finances, and it's all about getting the next dollar. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those individuals, so they look at me differently because of what I drive, of what I wear, how I carry myself. Um, So just from my swag alone and them seeing me get dropped off in this Benz, um, when I left the party left with me. Following me like, where you going? I'm going home. Can we come? No, I really don't want no company in my house. Um, the guy that I was really interested in asked for my number. We exchanged numbers or whatever. So when I got home, he texted me. We was conversating. He said what he needs to say, and I changed from I'm not having no company, but yeah, y'all can come over. Invited them over. Um, he knew how I got down. I knew how he got down, but he didn't want his cousin to know how he wanted to get down with me. So we came up with this plan to get rid of his cousin. Um, we told his cousin I had to leave and go somewhere. Um, and in between that, um, my best friend brother, he didn't bring my car back. He sent his girlfriend to bring my car back. So then all of us got in the car, went, took her home, liquor store, got some weed, came back. And meantime, in between time, me and the young man that I was interested in was texting back and forth. And okay, so we setting it up to get rid of the cousin. So we finally got rid of the cousin. Um, it was he and I here. Of course, through basic conversation or whatever, him seeing my place, him knowing what kind of car I got, was inquisitive about what I did to make my money. So I explained to him the app, how the app worked, gave him the rundown. He explained, well, he didn't explain to me what he did to make money. He just told me he'd get money. I saw lots and lots of money. And basically, I was explaining to him, you could take that money, invest it in the app that I work on, and we can flip it, and you'll come up off of it. I said, I'll even do as much as teaching you everything, and I'll get you your own agency, because I'd rather you come on not under my agency, but your own agency, so I can work with you. Because when you're an agent and a host and a coin seller, there are different things that you can do with business. Where if someone who's equivalent to you, I can't do the same thing. Trades and stuff I do with a host as I can do with somebody who's a coin seller also and an agent. So I gave him the rundown about it, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try with that. But fast forward or whatever, he and I prepared to do what we had got rid of the cousin for in the first place. When I went to take a shower, he came in the bathroom and was trying to hand me my phone in the shower, saying, unlock my phone. He wanted to watch some porn. And I just gave him the code. Not thinking, never crossed my mind that, okay, like, he would do anything with this, because I thought he was on the up and up. We had been talking about getting money together. He had even, like, made statements like, boy, we're gonna get money like this, and this sex good, man, you might end up being the guy. I'm like, boy, you do not want to be with no boy. You still like girls too. That's not gonna work. But wishful thinking. Okay, we'll see. So it was that kind of vibe between he and I. So he had gained my trust enough to for me to say, just give him the code. Like, Yeah, there you go. There you go. I didn't think he would. Even when I was in the shower, it didn't cross my mind that okay, bitch, your bank account information is in that phone. Your Lyft information and the money you made today is in that phone. And it didn't dawn on me that when I gave him that code, I gave him access to a lot of information. It didn't dawn on me. But when I got out the shower, whatever, me and him, we vibed and we chilled. Uh, Sex all night till about 5 o'clock in the morning. Last thing I remember, um, we was chilling on the ottoman and I was laying my head in his lap. He had rolled the blunt. He had passed me the blunt. I remember hitting the blunt, passing it to him, and I remember hearing him say, "You does not thank you." I was like, "Yeah, but I got to get up because I got to go to work." But I didn't get up. That was the last thing I remember. When I did get up, he was nowhere in sight. The shoes he had on were there. The blunt that he had passed me earlier, even when I passed it to him and fell asleep, he put that blunt out. That blunt was still there. I didn't jump up right away because I didn't feel like there was no reason to be alarmed. I was pretty much confident in uh, my performance as far as he and I sexually. I was confident in and believed that okay, because basically he was telling me we had to go to I had to take him to this bank to get some of the money out, so he could put it on another card, so we can get started on the app. Because that was the plan. We're gonna get up tomorrow. I'm gonna get you started on this app tomorrow. Um, so when I woke up, shoes there, the blunt there. I set up. I'm hitting the blunt. But I realized I didn't hear no water in the bathroom. I didn't hear nothing back here in the kitchen and nothing. It was quiet. So I got up. I went to the bathroom. He was not there. So immediately I ran to the window. I looked out the window. My car was not there. So I started
Oh,
searching for my wallet. I started searching for my keys. I started searching for my phones. They were all gone.
oh my God.
Um, I ran out the apartment, went downstairs, knocked on my neighbor's door, asked him to use his phone. My neighbor said his phone was off. Ironically, 2 weeks prior to that, I had just had an argument with my neighbor about stopping company that I have as they come up the stairs to see me, asking them where they're going. So, lesson one, be mindful of when individuals are trying to help protect you, how you react to someone trying to protect you. Because me and him had a, a knockdown, drag out argument where I ended up in the hallway, but ass naked telling him, man, his motherfucking business. Don't worry where the fuck he coming.
Wow.
He coming up here. So stop questioning my company.
Mm-hmm.
So of course we hadn't talked since then, and I'm asking to use his phone. He told me his phone went on. Um, I had no wallet, no phone. I knew I had to get to the police station. I tore up in here looking for some form of identification. I found my paper ID that they give you when you first get your ID until you get your permanent one. Put that in my pocket, ran up to the police station. I want to report my car stolen. What's the driver's license? What's the license plate number? Damn, I don't know. It's a new car. I do not know the license plate number. Can you look it up on my driver's license? Okay, my driver's license, the car, I guess I hadn't had it long enough. It wasn't coming up under my driver's license number. You got to get the driver's license number to report it stolen. I come all the way back home. And at one point, I was so overwhelmed. I had flipped my couch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I remember laying down, balled up, next to my flipped up couch, just crying like, why, like, And all I could think about was my car, my car, my car, my car. At this point, I was not thinking about no app. Because mind you, it wasn't even a temp yet. My check wasn't on there. He ain't had access to that, even though he got the wallet. I worry about that and getting that shut down. But by the time I figure out what I'm going to do about reporting my car stolen. So now I finally got went back downstairs to my neighbor. And by this time, he said his phone was on. I called CarMax, where I got my car from, and they was able to give me my license plate number. Went back up there, reported it stolen. From the police station, I also called the insurance company and reported it stolen. And the reason I was calling them is because I know on my phone I had this app that the insurance company tells you to put on your phone so they can track your driving. And it tells you everywhere the car has been. It tracks all your trips.
Okay,
Um,
good.
so I'm asking them, can y'all find the car by looking that up? You don't have the plug-in. It was connected to your phone. So no, we can't track it that way. Wherever the phone is where it's going to track it to. I said, well, the car and the phone got sold together. So, but needless to say, they were no help. I tried to call my bank to stop my debit card. They would not let me report that because in order to access my bank account information, they had to send me a text to give them the code to access my account to shut the account down. So then this is what made me go to Cricket. And it's so funny too because the pants I picked up to put on, I don't know where this 20 came from in that pocket, but it was a 20 in that pocket. That's how I was able to buy the Cricket SIM card. And they was telling me, do you need a phone too? Because it's not gonna work in that SIM card not gonna work in any phone. I'm like, look, I done had plenty of Cricket phones. I know I can find some phone in the house that I just need to get a text to contact my bank. I was able to do that. Next step was to log on to the app. Now logged onto the app, there was this big warning that King Zaddy is a scammer and we will not tolerate monies being sent for coins and the coins not being delivered. And so I'm like, whoa, wait. So then I have to download WhatsApp to that phone because WhatsApp is how you communicate with the admins. So I immediately contacted them and I was like, what did I tell them? My car and my phones were stolen. And I'm trying to find out what's going on. Why is it saying my account is banned? And why is it saying I'm a scammer? What happened? Can you give me any details? I don't know anything. They responded with a Miko ID number. The Miko ID number, when I looked it up, it looked like the same person I recharged, which was the last person I recharged, which was Alicia G. World and one of her supporters. The supporter had a host page and a gifter page. So when they sent me that, I said, that's the same person, but that's not the same account. No, I didn't recharge that account. I have not received any money for that account. But also remember, I just told you my phones and my car and all of this was stolen. And I even sent him a picture of the police report. I went to try to explain in typing. That was a lot of shit to be telling them typing. So I was like, can you or Shin, the head boss, can y'all call me? Can we have a conversation so I can explain to y'all what's going on? Mm-hmm. Y'all may be influential in helping me catch this person because with the information I gave him about how this app worked, he might be on the app right now for the scam with some more people. But it turns out he had took my phones, took them off the find my phone thing. My computers had been shut completely down. So pretty much cut me off of communication from anybody. And so they responded back to me and said, "There's no need to have a phone conversation based on your behavior since the beginning of the month. Uh, your content, the content that you're providing, doesn't seem like you're interested in continuing on this journey at Miko."
What?
I'm like, huh? I ain't been doing nothing but driving in my car, driving Lyft. And then I just told you my car got stole. Um, for me, it was embarrassing to tell them, okay, I left somebody in my house, um, and I fell asleep, and this happened. So with Miko, I just told him, I was like, my car, my phone, my car was stole with my phones in it. I didn't go into detail with, okay, how this person got, ain't your business, bitch. Okay, it's stolen, and here's the police report. I need to talk to somebody, and they refused to talk to me, and then removed me from the agency chat. So that's how they just dismissed me. Um, I feel like a lot of the people that started coming forward said they sent money were lying, because the app has yet to send me any documentation of anybody sending cash apps. The app has yet to give me an explanation of even what happened at all. But y'all got me on contract. Y'all just had me sign this contract saying y'all was gonna give me $32,000 once it was over if I became exclusive to y'all. And my check was gonna be $12,000. So I need my money.
Oh my God.
They didn't give me any money when pay came. They kept my whole check.
Oh, Zaddy.
Um, and that is why I ended up coming back abruptly to Bigo. Um, at first I was saying I was not even gonna go. I wasn't gonna live stream anywhere. I was gonna take a break from live streaming and just concentrate on driving Lyft, because I found my own car by putting that app on the backup phone, and it led me to a McDonald's about a mile from here.
Mm.
They had dumped my car because my car got GPS on it and stuff. So eventually we were gonna find it, but the police wasn't moving fast enough for me. It wasn't urgent to them. Nobody, it didn't seem urgent enough for nobody but me. So when I put that on there and said my car had been sitting there since 6 o'clock that morning, mind you, I woke up at 7. No, I woke up at 11. Last time I remember being woke was 5 in the morning. He left here at like 5:55. He had got done driving wherever he was going, because my car was parked there since like 7 in the morning at McDonald's. The whole time I was here looking for stuff, and before I even reported, it was sitting there. It hadn't went anywhere.
Mm.
However, he had sold both my phones to a machine at Walmart, but he still had access to my cash apps, because basically he took the SIM cards, and basically when the text message comes to verify on cash app, that's how he was doing it. He put his email address on one of them, so he could access it. And he locked me out of all of my stuff.
Oh.
Even changed my
Yeah.
EBT debit card number. He deposited a $5,000 check into my account. They gave him access to some of that money immediately. He cashed that out to Cash App.
He
And
was just crooked.
so that's how I ended up. For the first few days, when I got my car back, that was the biggest thing first, getting my car back. Bitch, I just got this car, I just financed. So once I found my car, that took a lot of relief off for me. But me getting my car back and then finding out that I just lost my job, bitch, what I'm gonna do? So immediately I came on Bigo. I saw Reba. I explained to Reba what happened. There was a young man on Reba's panel that's good at doxing. I found out the young man's first and last name because the backup phone that I had put the SIM card in, I got a text from his number saying it was his cousin that was here the night before also, still had his phone and was trying to find him, wondering was he still here. I'm like, no, he's not here. I'm sure you know he's not here because that nigga stole my car, and I'm sure he came and got you, and y'all did y'all big one on me. Let him know I need my car. When you see him, you let me know. But when that text message came up, his first and last name came up. I gave that first and last name to the young man on Real Panel, and he gave me a lot of information about like where he lived. We found his Facebook, we found his IG, all of that. I took that information to the police.
Well, thank God for that.
Um, so it was okay. I need to regroup. My regroup was okay. Car notes still due. While Empress over the line saying I took people money just to pay my car note, and no, I had to get out here and work, bitch, to make my car note. Um, I worked Lyft Friday and Saturday. I made good money, paid my car note, all that, but I still was shut down from my computers. Still had to replace my phone because I didn't even have the first set of money I made before I paid my car note was the deductible for my iPhone so I can get that on the works for them to send me a new iPhone. For about a week before that came, I was still with this backup phone, which I couldn't receive any phone calls on. I could only text and use apps on it because it wasn't 5G and it wasn't compatible to make phone calls on. So I was stuck with that phone, and that was the only way I was able to communicate with that phone. I didn't know the phone number to um, my backup phone, my small iPhone, which was the cash app they would send all the cash apps to. So me not knowing that phone number, I didn't even know where to call to even report that stolen. I eventually found out how to report that stolen. I reported that stolen too. They told me go buy another SIM card and put that. And the thing is, the phone that came with was not the iPhone. It was another phone. I found that inside the couch when I flipped the couch over. So I get that SIM card. I put that in there, and I tried to get back in the cash app. He had locked that cash app where he had changed the passcode and everything. I couldn't get in it, so I couldn't even see where's all this money they supposedly sent. I made this decision to come back to Beagle audition, and that's how I ended up back over here. But no, I didn't scam anybody. I'm not a thief. I'm not a liar. I'm very transparent about everything that I do. In my defense, yes, I was wrong to give someone access to that much of my life and not even know this person the whole 24 hours. That's what I was guilty of. As far as the individuals that sent money, including my family members outside of the app, he got them too. For those individuals that trusted a text message enough to send money to a cash app that you thought was mine, why didn't you feel comfortable enough to pick up the phone and call me after this happened? And at least send me some receipts that it happened. One person did, this girl named Aqua. But nobody else. And I was still gagging like, Aqua, why would you send some money to this girl? I wasn't fucking with you either. We had just got through arguing. So I don't know how much money got sent. To this day, I still don't. I do know they kept $12,000 of mine, and I didn't get my check. So I immediately had to come over here. I started hosting in the middle of the month.
Do you think this might have been a setup?
In my spirit, yes. I feel like someone watched me closely through my broadcast because he knew too much about me to get me comfortable enough to trust him like that. He knew not to tell me he wasn't getting fucked. He knew not to give me no booty. He knew if he would have gave me no booty, I probably wasn't falling asleep. So he went through all the motions to get me in that position to do what he did. So I really do feel like someone I may have been targeted, and but that right there, that part has not been proven yet, and then things keep revealing themselves to me as time go on. 20 days later, after all this happened, I learned that he died 20 days later. So
Wow.
he's dead. Then I had his funeral at the same funeral home my grandmama was at. His funeral was the same day my grandmother died and was going to that funeral home.
Mm.
So and when I found out that he was dead, I felt very, very strange and weird in my spirit.
Mhm.
Um, and I feel like it was because I felt like I had wished death on him, and the power of my tongue had took his life. I felt really, 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 really weird. I have to go to God on this one. Like, I know it would be wrong for them to tell me he's dead and for me to rejoice in that. I knew that was the wrong reaction, and that's not what the reaction was. But I just didn't know. I didn't feel like if someone came and told me he was dead, that I would have felt the way I felt. I had no idea that I would feel that way. I didn't know him long enough to be like grieving over his death or anything like that. I just felt weird in my spirit.
Mhm.
And God revealed to me that you feel weird because yes, if y'all would have found him, y'all probably I will say y'all heard my on my broadcast earlier when I picked up my best friend's brother. Y'all heard me and him going back and forth in the car. He already told you. Well, I haven't been in prison too many times. I feared after giving him his name and him saying he was gonna handle it, that maybe we had something to do with it. Like, wait, I gave you this way name. What happened with that? I don't know. I ain't doing no leg work on it yet. But don't worry about it because he did. But still, once I figured that wasn't a direct hit that way, I still felt like I was responsible partially for his death, even though his death was uh, an overdose. I don't know overdose of what, but it was with fentanyl.
Oh.
And these days they are putting fentanyl on weed, putting it on coke, they putting it on crack, they putting it on crystal meth, they putting it on everything. And if you get too much of fentanyl in your system, you will die.
And
So
what is
y'all be careful out
phenol?
here taking these drugs too.
What is that? What is
It's some type of chemical or something that makes you keep wanting or coming back, wanting to come back more often for that drug or whatever it's on.
wow? That's sad.
But in no way, shape, form, or fashion did I um scam anybody. At the end of the day, I wasn't hard up for any money. When he went in my bank account, I could tell you he had already sent like about I had about $400 or $500 from driving during the week already sitting in my account. So he had uncashed all that out. I wasn't hard up for any money. It wasn't given that. They want to say I was crackhead and I used it for drugs. No, it wasn't given that. If I want to sign off the app and not have come back onto the temp, I could have because if I was on drugs, I had enough money to go on the drug binge and not come back until then. So it wasn't given. I got to call all these people. I got to create a WhatsApp group and run a coin special in the WhatsApp group, and all these people respond, and I get them. It wasn't given that because I would have never created a WhatsApp group. I created a group, which is still a group on the app for my coin customers, and whenever there was a deal or special that I was running, because you were a customer, and in that group,
Mhm.
you was the only one that knew that I was running the special. So if it was me running the special, that's where it would have went. All you motherfuckers that was in my WhatsApp that previously purchased coins from me and got mad at me once I left Super's family and y'all turned y'all back on me and stopped purchasing from me, y'all would have never got no message from me no way on no WhatsApp talking about no special because I wasn't giving y'all no fucking special. So why would you send money to the Cash App and me and you ain't talked in a couple of weeks and you ain't bought no coins from me? And you would not be one of the first ones I ran to and gave a deal. No, I'm not gonna not sell you no coins, but bitch, if I know you one of these bitches that don't like me and you wish you washy ain't gonna turn your back as soon as I drop a badge from my family, no, bitch, you will never get a deal from me. You're gonna pay full price. And furthermore, why would I give you 12,900 coins for $50?
Mm.
But at the end of the day, I'm not here to go on and on about it and say I didn't do that. I gotta say it but once. I already said it wasn't me. I had nothing to do with it. None of these individuals that so called had my number and access to my number to get access to whatever special he said he was running. That means you had my fucking phone number. Ain't none of these people called to see if I was all right.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't none of them called to see if I was all right.
Mm.
The people that were close to me, like Fluffy and CEO Life Changer, when they saw that, they knew something wasn't right about it. And when it all came out, well, now I knew that wasn't you. I knew it couldn't have been you. It was just too much behavior that was not like me. Out the blue, I've been a coin seller on the app since what, September, and we've never had this issue. One time, the customer gave me the wrong Miko ID, and I charged the wrong Miko ID. I gave the coins the wrong Miko ID. Do you know? On top of that, to correct that mistake that the customer made, you gave me this number, and this is the number I loaded. It's not my fault that I loaded those coins to that account number where you missed one digit off.
Mm.
But as a businessman and someone who prides myself in my business ethic, I went ahead and put that money on the account to make sure I can give that person the coins that she paid for. And that's the only like odd situation I even had with coins where I had charged the wrong account. That was because you gave me the wrong number.
Wow.
And I still corrected it
Mm-hmm.
out of my own pocket.
Good.
So I've never been the individual to run and steal nobody's money. And at the end of the day, bitch, when it comes to drugs, back when I did drugs, I didn't spend my own money on drugs. Bitch, I'm found enough for bitch to want to get me high and want to and get with me all night. I didn't have to call nobody to send me no cash app or scam nobody to support a habit. This is the what do you call it? The narrative that they want to try to run about me, that I'm a drug addict, I'm a crackhead, and I scam them people to get high, whatever. At the end of the day, people can believe what they want to believe about me. They can say the negative things that they want to say. For the most part, the bitches that running my mouth, they're running their mouth. Bitch, you never supported me no way, so I ain't missing them no way. And the individuals that's sitting and even giving you the time of day and listening to this bullshit about me obviously don't know me. And one, hopefully they'll come and get to know me and see that the lies you told were lies. Hey, if they get on your bandwagon, they get on your bandwagon. They want to support me no way, so I don't give a fuck. And as far as the threat that you're gonna get my Bigo page took, Bigo don't give a fuck about y'all saying somebody scammed somebody on another app about coins. Bigo probably gonna be like, well, they shouldn't be doing their recharges like that. They motherfuckers should be able to recharge themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm not gonna be doing anything for you to get my page took, but when if you do, and the app allows it to happen, it's gonna be their loss.
Yep.
I can get out here and do what I've been doing, making my money. If I want to go to another app, there's another app that's offering me a contract too. I just don't like the contract.
Yes, several apps out there, so many that exist.
And if I want to come right here to YouTube, I can.
Yes, absolutely. Instagram, all of them.
But at the end of the day, it's never given I've ever robbed anybody. Now there are lots of people out here who maliciously take individuals' money on apps and don't return the gifts to this person and and play like y'all felt like it was pure support and all of that. Let's be clear. For you old, present, and you new bitches that come across me on Bigo, when it comes to gifts, bitch, I don't give a fuck if it's a goddamn treasure. Because I might test some of you broke bitches with a treasure just to see how long it's going to take for you to come back with that treasure, or if you're going to come back at all, or if you're even going to like follow me, or if you're going to even say thank you, or if you're going to lie and say, I'm going to catch your live and I'm going to come back and round you up. I'm being vigilant and observant on who I need to spend my money with. Yes, sometimes I'll get drunk in this bitch and be generous as fuck. Take advantage of that if you want to. If I feel like opening my mouth and saying, oh, so-and-so don't gift you back. If I want to say that, that's my prerogative because I'm not going to lie on you. It's true. If I say it. If we've had an agreement and you reneged on it. If I want to talk about it, I will. Did I lie? At the end of the day, when it comes to King Zaddy and doing any type of mutual support or business, if I throw you something, do know I expect it back. And when you learn how to deal with me and what gets the reaction out of me that's going to sometimes benefit you more than it benefits me, when y'all learn that secret, a lot of people going to be running me up and I'm going to be running a lot of people up. But when you get these bitches on here who get stingy and they collect all this pure support that they didn't pay for, people just threw on them, and they're claiming that it's pure support. Bitch, if you've been sitting getting pure support all fucking day and you're sitting on 3 boxes, why can't you take that pure support and exchange it and give some of that to the individuals that have been mutually supporting you? Hell, that's free money from your pure supporters. Unless you're lying and you got to take that and you got to go give it back to somebody because you messaged them and said, come help me win this little random PK and I want to bring it back. So, bitch, at the end of the day, it's not pure support. When it comes to other hoes, bitch, lose that P. It's not pure support. It's mutual. And if I didn't have a conversation with you, no, I'll never say you owe me anything. But please don't fix your lips to ask me for a goddamn thing. Or if you try to put me on Front Street and say, oh, you don't gift me no more, I'm going to open my mouth and say, why? And if we had a conversation, if you want to wake it up, I will wake it the fuck up on you. And don't you ever fix your lips to call me motherfucking broke, knowing I've thrown more gifts on Bigo to you than you've thrown on me.
Wow. Mm-mm.
So
Yeah, if you're gonna do business, you need to know what you're doing.
exactly.
Or don't do it.
So
Well, I enjoy your talent. I've followed you on both Bigo and Miko. So you guys, if you don't follow him, please go to Bigo and check him out. He has several characters. I haven't seen all your characters yet. I
I haven't
haven't
really
seen.
done a lot of them lately. I really don't want to overload the app, especially since there's a lot of new people. Who is it? Who is it? I'm in the middle of an interview. What is it? For those of you who haven't followed me on Instagram, my Instagram is King Zaddy Premium Content. My TikTok is King Zaddy Premium Content. Y'all, please go follow me on TikTok. I need 1,000 followers. If you want to get into my YouTube is on here under LK Green Multi MULTI dash Media. I think Productions or maybe Network. Just look it up or type in King Zaddy. You might find something I posted, or you may find something somebody else posted of me.
Well, wonderful. I really enjoy you. When is your next show? When is your next lip sync battle?
The next show is Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
And one more thing, exclusives. If I feel like getting up saying you owe me 6 dragons, like I get up and say thank you Jesus every day, I can. But don't fix you. Don't let these comments get you hurt. I don't want to threaten you on this replay because it's gonna be on the replay. But boo boo, don't let it get you hurt. Because I can sit right here in this spot while you get your ass beat and somebody FaceTime me showing me you getting your ass beat. It could be that easy.
Wow, it ain't worth it. Wow.
Because
And y'all was
we're,
good
because we're really
friends,
not
weren't
talking about no small money. And
you?
you talked out the side of your neck twice when I've never come to you sideways about on me. I've come to you passively.
Mm.
Now, if you want to keep playing with me, you can wake up one night and be in the burning bed. You air every motherfucker in your house about my money. So stop playing with me, punk, and go get them braces clean.
Wow. Whew.
I
I
said
just
what I said. Anybody anger or aggravated or what else could I say? And yeah, if you're aggravated, if you're you aggravated about anything I've said or anything I've addressed, first and foremost, I didn't lie. And second of all, if honestly that's your problem, if you got a problem with it. But please, if you got a problem with it, don't talk about it, do something about it. Reba, keep playing with me, and I'm gonna show you. Bitch, when I'm done with you, bitch, you gonna be skinny as olive oil, hoe. Stop playing with me.
wow.
I'm gonna pop out your ass. Who is it? Hold on.
Ooh.
Who is it? Who is it?
I see we have one person still in here. Who do we have that's still with us? One in the middle. You still in here? I don't know who you are unless you say something in the comments. Who's still with us?
Yeah, I'm busy. I'm in the middle of an interview. If you knock and I don't come to the door, why keep knocking?
Ooh, people crazy, child. Ooh. I was
I
shook
can't
up.
wait to move.
Ooh, I was shook up last week on last Tuesday. I have a cousin that's on drugs and alcohol, and he was just a bamming on my door. I stopped letting him in my house years ago, about 2 3 years ago.
Sometimes you have to you have to deal with people with tough love. Like when people don't want to do better
Mm-hmm.
and they keep on doing the same shit over and over, and you don't want to aid and assist them with it. Okay, then you have to. Okay, if it's irritating, you let them. Yes, you're irritating me. I'm not going to. I'm no longer going to be of an assistance to you not wanting to help yourself.
But yeah, so I ended up calling 911 because, like I said, I stopped letting him in my house years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband died 2 years ago, and I'm here, by myself. So I just called 911, and the dispatcher stayed on the phone with me. He was banging on my door hard. I just did not know if he was going to break in on me because so I didn't open my door until the police and the ambulance came here. And when I got 911 on the phone, I said, "Who is it?" And he said it was him. He said he was having a heart attack. Uh, but my friend who's anointed, he was just high. And
Now, my thing is this: I'm no stranger to alcohol abuse. I'm no stranger to drug abuse. Um, I guess it's just the type of person I am. But even in in the times I've been um grossly inebriated,
Mhm.
have I ever like um burdened anyone else? I've always been that individual that okay, if I put myself in this situation with this by partaking in these types of libations or whatever for one, I'm not gonna put a burden on anyone due to my drug addiction or through my alcoholism. I've never like been that type of bother to people. Like most of the time when I used to get high, you wouldn't even know I was high because guess what? I wasn't opening my door. I wasn't going out. I wasn't like communicating or even socializing with anyone other than someone that may have been on the same level with me. That because like I said, the drugs I was addicted to were sex drugs. So baby, I'm not spending all this money on no drugs not to have no sex. So when I was getting high, honey, nobody saw me. So bitch, you can never say you saw me looking bad. You could, because okay, that's not what it was getting at all. And some people need to realize when they're making the choice to utilize drugs, do the drug, don't let it do you. Do the drug, don't let it fucking do you, because at the end of the day, eventually individuals with your past will creep up into your present and try to cloud it as well as your future, especially if you opened yourself up to allow individuals in to see you that way, or for you to be a nuisance or a bother. You know why Super can sit around here and say all day, I don't snort coke? Because he don't snort coke around an individual that can collaborate that and give you a receipt on that. And he don't do it with everybody. There's a lot of people on the app. They'll sit and point the finger, this, bitch. But they're mindful of, okay, who they allow that information to and who's privy to that. Just like when I was in New York. Bottom hole want to tell me if I want to go skiing while I'm in New York, she knows where she can take me. Girl, you ain't taking me nowhere to go skiing. What the fuck? Where I'm finna go skiing from? I don't want to break my legs. It took me a minute to figure out what the fuck this crackhead was talking about. And it dawned on me, okay, this is why when you get on this app, your first read to me is you want to call me a crackhead. You really don't know me. You thought you knew me. And even when you met me in person, you saw, yes, I was the same person I was online. I'm not faltering. I'm not filtering. I'm still gonna talk the same way. I can back it up. And you don't have the same energy. Wow. You didn't have the same energy when you found out I was in your city and I popped up on the panel. So all that screaming crackhead, girl, you can save that. You can save that. If I'm a crackhead, you, the motherfucker you done threw all your money to, Super, he won, and all the other motherfuckers that believe in your shit, they won too. Pass the pipe, bitch. Make sure that whatever they put in the what they put in the middle, the scrubby pad, make sure all that, make sure that's clean. Whatever, however they do it, since we all smoking crack, bitch. And don't y'all forget to take y'all big target, because all you hoes sick.
Dang.
Because I get sick of going on the app and like really like, personally, I don't have to deal with it because I'm not going to tolerate it in my shit. But going in others' lives and just, or even just watching the blogs and seeing, for one, people tolerate it. Okay, if individuals are health reading, if the comments are not holding them accountable for that, if the community is not holding them accountable for that, they're going to keep on doing it. And some of y'all out here know a bitch be sick and sit and watch them read somebody else to be about being sick and don't bust their ass out. Bitch, I know you ain't calling nobody sick and you just as sick as they are. When people start holding people accountable for and stopping them in their tracks, that's when we're going to stop the HIV stigma. And shame on anybody in the LGBT community that allows that to happen. Shame on anybody in the LGBT community to let that happen, because for one, if you ain't got it, somebody you know got it, and it's touched and affect all of us in this LGBT community. On top of that, again, 9 out of 10 sexually active African American males have HIV.
Wow.
So while y'all sitting around here, well, that's the go-to read, you're late. You're reusing a read that's been been used over and over and over and over again. Why is that a read? Why
That's
is it
the
a read?
thing. People need to support each other more instead of
That
trying
was
to tear
a
each
part of
other
the reason
down.
why. That was a part of the reason why Super and I had fell out before also. How dare you, once you get mad because you found out I got her banned, come back and say the same shit this bitch said to me. Bitch, if I'm sick, you sick. Because honestly, in person, he and I are the same height. We are the same size. So, bitch, if I look sick, he do too. And his face more sunk in than mine because his cheekbone sits higher. So how dare I'm not going to sit and argue with no bitch calling me sick because I'm naturally skinny and I'm in the LGBT community and you're in the heterosexual community. You will not dare put that stigma on me because I'm in the LGBT community. Not everyone in the LGBT community is careless and out here having raw sex.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, you better keep your bodily fluids to yourself. You better not get none on my face, in my mouth, on my lips, or in me. And I'm not gonna get none on you. And that's why a lot of you hoes around here actually having to take treatment for HIV and syphilis and gonorrhea because y'all swapping bodily fluids, y'all dumping bodily fluids in one person, then another person going to that same person with them bodily fluids, and y'all dumping again. So y'all around here really living careless. Yeah, there's almost a cure, but at the end of the day, safety beats a cure. And I know you can go years and be sexually active and not get it.
Yeah, use
I've worked in the
condoms to
sex
protect
industry.
themselves, you
And
know.
I've worked in the sex industry. I'm not gonna say I prostituted because I ain't never walked nobody's corner and ain't nobody ever pulled up on me on the road and asked me to jump in. Well, it has happened before, but I wasn't out there working the stroke. But I've escorted, I've done porn, I've taken precautionary measures, and I've also used contraceptives. Bitch, don't get depressed because you don't fit a fucking Trojan, so you don't want to use a condom. Because that's what all you motherfuckers out here sleeping raw for. Because y'all can't fill up a Trojan.
Wow.
That's not a reason to have raw sex.
Wow.
I'll be telling motherfuckers, baby, if I let you up in me raw and you can't control your pull-out game, you must be finna marry me. Because you thought enough for me to try to make me your baby mama. Even though I can't get pregnant. And same thing here. If your pussy so good, I lose my snatch out game, I'm marrying you.
Just
I
be
got to.
protected.
You
People
might as
just
well
need
pick the phone up and call your boyfriend and tell him you leaving him. Or call your wife and tell him you leaving him because Zaddy done the pussy and the dick was so good. He done nut it all up in me and he just snatched me right up out your arms. You ain't nutted in me in years. If it's giving all that. But
Oh
for
my
y'all to get
gosh.
on here and go back and forth and read each other and then sleep with each other again and then know this person test results have been leaked and you still go sleep with that person. Talking about you took Pep. Stop lying, Dre, baby.
Oh Lord.
You ain't taking Pep after all them
Everybody.
nights out there on trade, honey. And
Oh.
yes, I'm gonna speak on everything I see because I can.
Woo.
If you don't want nobody to have an opinion about it, then don't put it out there. And I don't mind you having an opinion about me. I just hope you don't mind that I don't care about your opinion and I may not come and listen.
People only know
And I
what
may
you
not
tell them.
respond unless it comes across my desk.
People only know what you tell them. If you don't tell them, they don't know nothing.
Exactly. And that's where a lot of people get shit fucked up too. Oh, he was talking about me, so I'm gonna talk about him. But they can't take the fact that if you're not coming to listen to them talk about you, I don't give a fuck because you can't do nothing but sit there and tell a lie. Fuck. But I'm gonna get out of here. I've had a great time. I feel like I have expressed enough of and given enough answers to those individuals that are nosy enough to want to know the answers. And hell, if you're really that nosy, then what has it been? 3 hours? 3 hours and 25 minutes? Yeah. You're gonna sit and watch the whole interview.
And somebody has hung with us through the whole time. They still in here.
They won't say who they is though, because they
No,
bound to enemy.
they would. I don't know if one of the mill is still in here or if it's
Speak up. Who down there? How can I see?
Because if they don't say anything in the comments, it don't tell me live viewers. It's saying there's one person in here, but when I put my cursor up here, it's just
okay. I
showing
say
me.
Rachel Lewinsky, Diva Michelle. Okay, that was Rachel Lewinsky.
Rachel been gone. Live
one in the mill. Who is Shelly?
Oh, that's was calling me Shelly. But whoever they are, if they don't say anything, I won't know who they are. I just tell you how many is still in here. But if they don't say anything in the comments, you don't know who they are.
Oh, so it must be somebody sitting on the wall. Because you ain't saying shit. And this is her streaming service and her YouTube. Don't take her broadcast and go post it somewhere else. Because this is my image and I'm not giving anyone permission to use it but her, as far as this interview is concerned. Now go post my shit elsewhere and you're gonna get a lawsuit. You heard my cousin say we got lawyers. You heard my founder say we got lawyers.
Child. But thank you so much, Zaddy, for being here and sharing your life with us as always. And I'm so glad we got that echo.
I'm glad we got it taken care of too.
Yes, because I didn't know what was going on the first time. It was so weird, but at least I know what to do now. So hopefully it'll stay highlighted. But I'll try to remember the next time I interview somebody to probably check on it. And I still got an interview to do with Grandma Murder.
Okay, I ain't talking to her in a minute. Y'all make sure y'all pray for me because trade is steady blowing my phone up. I'm supposed to be saying no to the trade.
Be strong, Zaddy. Be strong.
All right.
But thank you so much, and be safe. And I will be around. Are you going live tonight?
I am. I'm definitely going to do a replay of this once you post it. I'm going to do a replay of this on my panel.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's once we go off, it's there. So when you go on Bigo, just play it.
Yeah, it's going to definitely be played on Bigo because that bottom hole bitch, who's probably off of Bigo by now because they responded to my report of her. Oh. She had all kinds of Bigo violations yesterday. Broadcasting it. First and foremost, you're broadcasting Miko broadcast on Bigo. That's a no-go.
Oh, no.
Take your ass back over there. Cross that pond. We don't give a fuck about nobody reading Rudis and E-Baby. They wasn't even host over here. We don't care. We don't care about your son cussing out Queen Ob. We don't care.
But when she showed it, was it posted on YouTube? Because if it's not on a YouTube video, they're gonna get her on that.
It was on YouTube video, but at the end of the day, still, you can't go on YouTube and show a Miko broadcast. Just like you can't go on Miko and show a Bigo broadcast.
Wow.
And then you have the nerve to have a boy sitting up here with no shirt on, call himself reading Rudis and E-Baby. But you know what? I'm finna call Rudis tonight. I already know Rudis got money. I already know E-Baby got money. I'm gonna ask them when they want to fly to New York. Cause we coming to see you, bitch.
Mm.
Cause you play too much. We gonna see how Super save you. He ain't gonna come save you. He ain't come save Gutter the other night when Gutter was getting his ass. That's his best friend. He ain't coming to his rescue either. He can't even rescue himself, bitch. How he gonna rescue you? Now go run tell Dad. Why you down there quiet and not saying nothing?
You think she in here?
That's probably one of them. Or either Reba. They're probably listening to it over here, playing it over there, using it for their content. But King Zaddy ain't got content, or King Zaddy is late, or King Zaddy is old. But y'all stay all watching me.
Wow.
How many teeth I got missing?
Oh my goodness.
And bottom hole, one last word for you, bitch. I promise you. If you don't raise him in the way that he should go, and you allow him to think it's okay to disrespect women and tell them their pussy is stank and call them all kinds of bitches and disrespect adults, guess what? When he gets old enough, that might be the same man when he becomes a young man, teenager, that despises you for who you are as a mother and putting him in a lot of situations that he got in, standing over you, trying to smother you and kill you. That he might be your demise. Why you around here thinking that shit funny for letting him disrespect other people? You let him feel that that's okay. So he's gonna feel like that's okay with you. I'm telling you, certain things that come out of my mouth, it's not because it's just they come out because that message comes to me and I speak it. You better raise him in the way that he should go. You better do it because that young man may be the death of you.
Wow.
And then he really gonna be Super Son because he gonna have to go live with Super, which will be an upgrade because you in the projects.
Well, all righty.
She in the projects in the summertime, ski sloping. B2K, bumping. With plastic wigs on. Please end this because girl, I'm gonna keep reading her. I'm gonna keep reading her. I'm gonna keep my foot on her neck. Bitch, get a quota. Where you at this month? You're never gonna get it, because they finna ban your page. Trust. The admins are aware. I sent copies of the video and everything, girl. I reported it both ways. On both phones. From all 6 accounts. Sure did. Now put that in your pipe and smoke it. And he love you so much, girl. Why you ain't got no purple robe yet? Because you're not royalty. You're not top tier. Sorry. Bye.
I'm gonna put you in the corner so you ain't acting right. No snack for you today.
No, because she irks my nerve. She irks my motherfucking nerve. And I promise you, for real. Because she already looks like she gonna say something slick out her mouth if she ever sees me again. That's just how she looks. And then you gotta look down at her like this because she's short. I'm gonna spit on you, girl.
No.
Clean you up.
Well, thank you to everybody that came to the live. Zaddy, thank you for always sharing your life. And you know I will be following you on Bigo as always.
All right. Y'all, King Zaddy Legacy, follow me.
And you said the show is Wednesday at 9
Wednesday at 9 p.m. Every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Fridays at 10 p.m. the lip sync battle. If you want to be a contestant, see me. And y'all, I'm like 90K away from 1 million. Come run me
Uh-oh.
up. Come run me up. I'm finna go live. See y'all
Oh,
later.
all right. Thank you, Zaddy. Bye. Thank you all for being here, and we'll see you next time. Bye.